everybody, and welcome back. We're here to talk about WWA for the month of April. Well, we're doing it at the end of May, but this is recap through April going into May, and we're going to see what's been going on over in that crazy promotion that I have had canned that is based in the UK just by the fact that you've had every show in the UK so far. So I guess you forget all these big stars are being flown over every month.
Carl's in Jacksonville. I'm in Connecticut, and Glenn's in London.
Yeah.
I did start off
Birmingham. The Undertaker has just set up permanent residence in Birmingham.
Or he just tapes his shows like 6 months in advance. Like they just do it, just do a week, and
maybe
his shows are in the can.
Yeah, maybe. To be fair, with the way that we do these shows, I could do an Eric Bischoff with that one and start spoiling some results.
No, don't do that. No, don't.
Yeah. Anyway, so Ashkir joined by Glenn JJ as always. We've also got with us a new commentator, Flub.
Hiya. I'm really looking forward to this. This is my first time, so
hopefully you can catch up. Basically, this whole thing.
Just bear with me, because I just need a little bit of kicking in to just get me into this, but I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, welcome to the fantasy world of professional wrestling, Flubs, because this is the place.
We have plenty of more videos on this channel. If anybody out there wants to get caught up, plenty of videos on this channel
So we did a draft. I'm AEW. JJ's WWE, which is now back to being the WWF, because that's the way he decided. Glenn is a new promotion called the WWA. We divided up the main rosters of the modern world and then did 10 legends that can be drafted from anywhere in time as they were, or whatever number we chose. Legends that are basically them at they're in their prime, so we could use them as they were.
Amazing. Sounds good.
So this is Glenn's fourth show. We've done it'll catch up on everything. The last episode we did, The Undertaker became the WWA champion at his first pay-per-view. So, but there was a couple of feuds going on, and you'll everything get explained. So, we're going to bring up the video. Is everybody ready to go on the YouTube video?
Yes,
we're lock and loaded. We're gonna build up for the next pay-per-view, just to give you a heads up, which will be called United Nations, and it's not to unite with your friend; it's to unite with your enemy to go to war.
Yes.
Oh well, that's definitely what they do at the United Nations, right?
We're not to be related to the current United Nations that we're doing with the current thing that's happening in the East. That's totally a different story. Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. So with that said, we're going to press play on the video in 3, 2, 1, go.
The World Wrestling Alliance, where professional wrestling is real.
The Ultimate Warrior, somehow.
This is the intro to my recap, guys.
No, that one says May, but ignore that.
Hello, everybody. I'm JR, better known as Jim Ross, and welcome to a special recap edition of WWA Hotwired and Wrestle Pride.
Flubs, that's what JR looks like.
And the crowning of our first World Heavyweight Champion,
remember him.
Undertaker, and the crowning of our first World Television Champion in Braun Breaker. The WWA has reached new heights it never thought it could go.
You like the intro there, JJ?
Even though it is still early days,
I did. That was
the
nice.
talent know
Very well
they're
done.
putting the company, and they know exactly where it's heading. Even myself, I'm looking forward to the days ahead. But after European Uprising was done,
he's even shaved.
Rivalries have been forming.
It's been rejuvenated back to the Attitude, JR.
Damien Priest. At the start of our Wrestle Pride event, Kane came down to the ring
Just don't
and
embarrass
gave us his thoughts about the aftermath and what he did to Damien Priest, and said that he was ushering in a new era of his total domination. Let's see what he had to say.
Here's the brand new intro for Wrestle Pride, JJ.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we got some heavy hitters here.
Yep, this is the All-Star League, pretty much.
And here we go, we're starting off with Hellfire and Brimstone and a new arena.
Here comes destruction. The big Red Machine Kane is on his way down to
There he is, Flubs. Kane's
And
back
what
to
a
his real
dominant
self.
performance he showed
Yep.
at European Uprising against Damien Priest, who thankfully is not here tonight. I mean, why wouldn't he be, JR?
Damien Priest
You saw
might
what
not be
Kane
back for
did
a
to
while.
him. He literally bait into a bloody pulp. He squashed him between his two legs, and then he paralyzed him with that fourth choke slam.
Just ignore how my commentary can be a bit slight.
Paralyzed him. Oh, shit.
He almost did.
Costing him that shot in the tournament finals. It was just absolutely just terrible. And Kane got a measure of retribution. Although, for all I can tell,
What do you think of the
it's
arena,
definitely
JJ?
over between those two.
Looks
That's
nice.
for sure.
But it's really hot right about now.
When I was a child, everybody would stare at me.
That's my impression.
They would point at me. They would scream. They would laugh. And I hated every bit of it. I hated what society of normality had treated me as. So I tried to hide it with this mask.
Literally, I'm talking in my Kane mask doing
What
this.
you see is my true self and my essence. Even though I hide behind this mask, I use it to hide normality of society against me. And while I do hide from under it, that way
Looks like he's eating
I
ice
can be
cream.
able to hear your
It's like melting. It's like melting on his face.
Or
His
feel
mask.
your pain.
Basically a blue microphone to show you where
And
he's on a different
speaking of
show.
scream,
A SmackDown microphone.
agony, and pity. What happened at European Uprising? What I did to Damien Priest was just a small example of what I'm capable of doing.
Oh dear.
But I have to give Priest
That grandma
a
isn't
little
paying
bit of
attention, is she?
credit. He hung in there with me. He fought to the bitter end. Even though I beat him, I was not satisfied with the victory. So I tried to break his back with that choke slam. I tried
think you
to
did.
concuss him with my boot to his head. And then I gave him the extra pain by squashing his balls on the steel guardrail. And when I heard his screams of agony, it gave me joy and pleasure.
Oh, okay.
That
This
I
is good.
feel he'll never be able to have offspring or tell any of his future generations that he fought a real, breathing, living monster.
No, I don't think he's having any more offspring after that.
And now with Damien Priest gone, I can now focus on what it is I am here for.
It's totally uncensored.
I
It's not
await
kid-friendly.
competition to see if
No
anybody
shit.
can step up and try and challenge me, like the way Priest tried to do the night before.
Kane's definitely gone back to his old ways,
What he
clearly.
said, Kane issued a challenge to
Who the hell is challenging Kane?
Pete Dunne, Birmingham's own,
Oh.
Dunne.
accepted the
Sorry,
challenge.
Pete.
And despite his brave efforts,
He
as
is
you can tell
done.
by
He's
the
living
shots
up
right
to his
here,
name.
Kane
Oh,
literally
God.
dominated over Pete
Well
Dunne
and truly.
left with an impressive victory.
Usually it's Kane who does
his
the
way.
who answers the open challenge. It's not the other way around.
Kane's got
Oh,
it now.
Kane's doing it that
They're gonna
way.
hit it with a thunderous choke slam.
Yeah, that's
That
it.
should do it.
There you
There
go.
it is. Kane wins with pure dominance over Pete Dunne.
Didn't even last
Up
10
next
minutes.
was a triple threat match involving Cesaro, Mind Stone, and Doug Williams. Three of Europeans' best clashed it out like an absolute epic battle. But despite everything, it was Cesaro, the Swiss Superman, who walked out as the victor, rebounding from his loss.
Stone was like, shit.
He did.
Up next was
God.
Brock Lesnar
Cesaro
issuing
got
an
busted
open
up. That was
challenge
a
of his
stiff
own,
match.
and the
Oh,
Celtic
God.
warrior Sheamus
Oh,
were
shit.
answering it. The match went back and forth.
Damn.
But
Thinking of
as
stiff.
usual,
That's
Brock
actually-
Lesnar put on
that's
a
actually a
stunning
pretty good
performance.
match.
And even though Sheamus did hold his own quite well,
Oh, we got him in
Lesnar
his
came out on
diverticulitis.
victory by F5ing the Celtic Warrior.
That's the thing with Sheamus. He tends to do well for a bit and then doesn't.
Yeah, this match has been stiff, Michael Hayes. It literally has been. You got that right, Don West. And Brock's gonna finish it off.
Oh, there he goes. F5.
Dead center. Booyah!
There you go.
Give Sheamus credit. Turn the lights out. The party's over.
And Brock remains still
What a
undefeated.
stiff affair.
It's 3-0 for Brock Lesnar. He's unbeaten.
Unfortunately for Brock, though,
Oh.
as he got to the
Oh,
back,
shit.
he was clobbered by Karrion Kross and eventually
Jesus.
told him
To the
following
table.
week on Hot Wired
Yeah.
exactly what his thoughts were. Telling
Just
him
because you beat
it
them
was
on the
not
pay-per-view doesn't
over
mean the feud's
between
over,
the
I
two.
guess.
You thought it was over just like that, Lesnar? Oh, no.
Yeah,
were
we did.
just getting started. At European Uprising, I absolutely delighted in what you gave me. As far as I'm concerned, I loved the pain that you inflicted on me. You showed me that you are one total badass. You definitely are an equal that I consider in my eyes.
Yeah, but if that's going to happen to
That
anybody, it's
beating
going to
you
happen
gave
to
me meant
Lesnar.
nothing.
Let's
It's
be
not over
honest.
between us, Lesnar.
If you
That
like
is why
Kane, it's the right guy
I
to get in the ring with, I'll be
challenge
honest.
To settle it
Yeah.
once and for all. It doesn't
Oh,
matter if
Lesnar's
you
going to
have
get
another
the shit
singles match,
outside.
or if it's a false
I
count
mean-
anywhere, or if we have to fight in the streets or anywhere else that we see fit. So I challenge you, at the next pay-per-view, we settle it once and for all. How about we fight in the 4 walls of steel,
Oh,
aka a steel cage match?
Oh boy.
How
Damn.
about it, Brock?
That's
Accept
going to
my
be scary.
challenge, and I will
So you
give
got
one
destroyed
more
in a
opportunity
regular match, now
to
you
try
put
and
yourself in
settle
his actual element,
what
like an
you
octagon,
thought.
basically.
I know,
It's
Brock.
over.
Brock's a cage
Hell in a
fighter.
cell.
Come the next event, Brock.
It's a steel
Yeah.
cage.
This time, your doomsday
You really
will
want to
be
do
upon
that?
you.
Yeah.
Tick-tock.
Oh, well, Brock, go for it.
Later on in the evening, it was Finn
this was
Balor
good.
taking on Keith Lee. The match was fantastic, going back and forth to high
Holy shit, look at that.
Oh my
Straight
God.
From Keith Lee to Finn Balor using his momentum and
Good
all kinds of
Lord.
tricks in the books that he could throw at the big man.
Oh,
But in the end,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
Finn Balor who came out
If
if that
voice
didn't
splash
spring a
and sent
few
this
ribs, I'd
promo
be
to
surprised.
The Undertaker, as he would look forward
Balor
to
got
clashing
it.
with him upon Hot Wired.
That's amazing.
Look
Finn
at
Balor,
this.
Win for Balor.
congratulations on your big victory on Keith Lee.
After
In a
having
few
had
weeks'
what
time,
happened to
you'll
him
be
happen,
taking
and
on
he
The
still came back
Undertaker.
from that.
Tell us how you're
Amazing.
feeling. How am I feeling? Well, let me
Even beat him with his coup de
explain it for you,
grace, he's been with a
Sunshine.
superfly splash.
Why I
He's,
performed
he's the
Yeah.
number
against
one.
Keith
He's the
Lee
number one contender as well.
is a small example of what's going to happen when I fight The Undertaker. You know, the dead man, he earned that title against Samoa Joe. He beat
Couldn't even
Samoa
speak Irish, so I had to
Joe's
speak
machine.
plain
And
English.
how fitting that it is.
Yeah, Finn
that
has
he's gonna
gone.
be climbing
Finn
in
has
the
gone all
ring
American.
with me, the leader
Were
of
you
the Bar
doing
Club,
well?
the prince,
You know,
Knock
the
it.
demon of the WWA.
It's a case of fake it till you make it, mate.
You keep that title as
Fake
close
it
as
till
you
I make
can
it,
to
I'll
that
keep that in
darkened
mind.
soul of yours.
Fake it till you make it.
Because in a short
that on a
moment,
t-shirt.
the reign will
Yep.
end before it has a chance to begin.
Mm.
I look forward to meeting with you,
That's what we should put for
I
the
will
WWA.
unleash the
You break
demon
it
from
till you
within.
make it in the squared
a
circle.
demon you have never
Yeah.
faced in your career. Dead man, I know that you don't fear me, while I don't fear you either. Because once you look into the eyes of Finn Balor, you will know that you clashed with perhaps your greatest opponent that there ever was, and that there may ever be. I'll see you in Hot Wired, Undertaker.
There actually is a
When it's
hint
all
of
said and
Irish
done,
there.
Yeah,
the leader
I was
of
getting
the
it
Balor
there.
Club, the Prince,
Yep.
will walk out of Hot Wired.
I had to use an AI voice for my Irish person last
And you
episode.
will be laid.
Oh god, don't get me started on the
And you will
AI again.
rest.
Jesus.
JJ's
JJ's the
as
master
Finn
of it.
Balor begins his
Well, it's
reign.
better
Hardly.
that
I had to
than-
fire 2 of my bots, so.
Well, it's better that.
Up next at Wrestle Pride
Okay.
is women's action. Bailey, and Mary Rose. They clashed
Mandy,
for a few minutes, but in the
No,
end,
JR
before
kept
it was
botching
said
these.
and done,
JR kept botching the
Mary
words.
Rose, who got
Oh,
the
felt
victory
that.
over
I mean,
Bailey,
JR saying
getting
people's names
momentum
wrong is
for the upcoming
it's not
ladder match
unusual.
that will take place on Hot
He had the
Wired,
wrong
which will
contact
feature
lenses in his
Oh, wow.
eyes.
Rose and Bailey, along with 4
Mary or
women
Mandy
in
Rose
that
wins.
match. It'll definitely be
Yeah.
something to look forward to. And to close the showing at Wrestle Pride, The Undertaker would come out and
You're gonna
address
love
to
this,
his fans
JJ and
for his
Flubs.
post-match victory
This was really
over
good. This was
Samoa Joe.
scripted. This bit was.
It was definitely a speech worth hearing.
There's the first heavyweight champion, Flubs, Undertaker, and now he's post-celebration.
Perhaps nobody could be a better champion for this new company than this man here, The Undertaker.
There I am, interviewing him.
Undertaker, it is with such a tremendous honor to be.
It's a massive
in your
improvement over
presence.
the cartoon.
On behalf
face.
of the
Yeah.
WWA and on behalf of everyone here tonight,
I'm not that tall either, you know.
congratulations on your victory, as well as winning the WWA
Is it a case of
World
you
Heavyweight
wishing
title.
that?
Yeah.
Creatures of the night, welcome to the dark days of the World Wrestling Alliance. For 30 years,
You did a
ruled
good
my
job with the
old
belt, though.
home,
I know,
known
that
as the
was really
World
difficult, that
Wrestling
was.
Federation.
Oh yeah.
But after there was nothing left, and with every soul that I laid to rest, it was time to return to the dark side and go into a deep slumber. Almost 3 years later, on January 28th, 2023, in Birmingham, England, a new company, the WWA, was born. And on the same night, you
I love it
witnessed
set in
my
Brum.
reawakening.
I had
But
to
on
do it in my own
March
town.
26th of this
Good old
year,
Brum. Ah, you're a
European
Brummie.
uprising
Yep.
was the night
I wasn't quite a
that
Brummie. I
became
was
the
a
official
Loughboroughite, but I was
reincarnation
not far off.
of the Undertaker.
Well, you just heard that then. He said that
And
was his
not only
official
that,
reincarnation.
But as fate
Yeah.
would have it, I was officially crowned to lead this company, and here I stand before you as your first ever World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah, you got a reason for him looking young built into the character.
To all my loyal fans, this title, the most prestigious
That all
in
hair plugs.
professional wrestling, not only belongs to me, but belongs
You need to
you as
resize
well.
that head slightly.
And
Good,
I
I'll
am
bet.
your knight
Because-
that will fight anyone who tries to oppose us.
I was really in character doing this.
A great speech if I ever heard one, Undertaker. However, can you reflect on your epic match with Samoa Joe? I'm sure he'd be interested to know as well.
Because that's
First
Triple H.
things, Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
I did what I said I was going to do. I beat you and came out victorious. But after you displayed such an amount of honor and respect, as well as shaking my hand, I had a change of heart and spared you. And for that, I want to thank you, and for being a man, and for having the courage to step in and face me. I applaud you, and when your time is due to rise again, I will give you your chance for this title that I hold as well.
We would love to see a
While I look
rematch.
forward to
Yeah.
meeting the talent that stand before me, there is no doubt that many will make
Triple H
honorable
beat up Samoa Joe
champions.
afterwards. I'm sure Joe cares more
But
about
my
that.
reign intends
Yeah,
to go
yeah.
for as long as
Triple
I
H
can
is a
hold it.
coward.
I will challenge anyone
Once a coward,
that
always a
either
coward.
thinks he has the courage to try and take this title, or I will go out and search for whom I decide in the right mind is to me
a worthy future champion that I believe could follow should the time ever come.
This isn't quite the same Undertaker we saw in the WWF. He's a completely different variation, but reincarnated of it though.
As well as the Undertaker's new life in the WWA has officially begun.
While regarding to all the challenges that are lining up to face you, Undertaker, there is one in particular, and that is the #1 contender, Finn Balor himself. He told us earlier that he will unleash his demon upon you, no matter the outcome, while he is looking forward to clashing with you for that title. And he promises to leave his mark on you, and promises to become the victor, and saying that your reign will end before it even begins. Would you care to give us your compliments in return?
Finn Balor. The Demon King himself is young. He stands on the brink of greatness, just like everyone else. I see within him that he is a great gladiator, just like the rest of the talent. But he carries a dark side of himself. A side that many have fought and lived to tell about. He holds a demon that makes him half human. But in the past, I fought many demons before him. But he is a different type. And so it may seem, he holds a great deal amount of powers that I've never seen before. I will await him next week on Hotwired, and I will see for myself, along with my creatures of the night, and we'll see what Finn Balor is capable of. And together, we will dispose of the demon that he possesses, seal its fate, and finally lay it to rest in peace.
Well done.
No,
Here's the new improved intro.
no more
for Hot
demon
Wired.
if Undertaker has anything to say about it.
I've improved the intro there for Hot Wired there, JJ.
I see.
We are week 1.
Oh, it's hot, all right. Here we go. Tag title tournament.
First round, here we go.
Here we go. The Bar here, reunited.
Against Keith Lee and Dominic
Holy
Dijakovic.
crap!
Those two have had plenty of battles in the past. A team built on respect, it seems like. We're sponsored by KFC.
Yes!
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah.
Brent made that deal just to piss off DM, I think.
It's true, actually.
If you're watching, I'm sorry.
It's hard.
What?
You have to fry the
Wait.
chicken.
Kane and Randy Orton as a team?
Wait, what the hell?
It's heavy machinery.
Yeah, well, why is Kane teaming up with Randy Orton? That's a weird team.
What is that team name? Shit.
Beats me. It was just a
Arcano. There we go. Arcano.
Hell's Venom.
flaming up.
Arcano.
Oh, Jesus. Wow.
There we
The
go.
Brits against the Vikings. Oh. Keep in mind, guys, White
Oh my
Stone
goodness.
beat both these guys.
God.
The Kane and Randy Orton thing was a random switch on my behalf. Whoa!
Team FWA.
Yeah.
We're doing it here.
Oh. I was wondering it would take you long to discover the KFC posters, JJ. I just knew it was going to happen. It's hard. You sponsor the chicken, you gotta burn it. Oh, this was a good match.
Oh yeah, we
Oh.
saw that Mysterio and Ricochet were a team at the pay-per-view.
I was a bit daft to try and take him down by landing on his shoulders, though. I mean, that was
not
a
very
bit of
smart.
I mean, it's a Hurricane Rana.
against the biggest guy in the match, though.
Yeah.
Brave things
I mean,
Oh my
it wasn't
God,
that it
what a
was a
flip.
daft move. It was just a daft move against that guy.
Well, this is a rematch from the pilot show that these guys had, so could
Yeah,
they top
this
it
is-
off?
Can Ricochet and Rey Mysterio, the high flyers,
If you like spot fests, cruiserweight matches, this was your match.
can they get it done? And I'm
Beat
not
done,
talking
KB.
beat done.
They did it!
Mysterio holds it down just long enough to advance.
Keith messed up the shot, it seems. It's messed up the spot. It's like China in that cage match.
Oh god. Bring that up. Oh,
Oh
funny.
Lord.
Wait, where have I
Yes.
seen this before?
Here we go. First time we're going to crown our women's champion.
Oh,
Oh, no,
God,
in a
I'm
ladder
alive.
match.
Yeah, it's almost like when we crowned a women's champion at the other show, huh?
we
In a
did.
ladder
This
match.
look a little familiar. To be fair, we stole the battle royal from him, so.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Oh no, Sasha Banks got the chair. She's breaking the rules. What the hell?
What rules? It's a
That
ladder
actually
match.
looked,
the top of the ladder.
was just a nothing game without doing it for real.
Oh, Sasha Banks
Good
lost.
Lord, these bodies are just flying all over the place, and wow,
Bailey's got
Bailey
it.
picked up the win.
Of all the women, Bailey got the victory and the crowd can't believe
First
it.
ever
First-
WWE Women's Champion.
First women's champion in WWA, and I think that's kind of a shocker.
Yep. But you see, that's what happens. You let all the others fight it out, and while
Exactly.
they're doing that,
Great-
you go and nick the prize.
Great strategy.
Here comes
Now
the
this,
man.
and now this son of a bitch.
This guy ruined my pay-per-view and JJ was livid. Oh,
Well,
tonight,
like I said, once a coward, always a coward.
this ain't the Triple H we've seen in the future. This is a reborn Triple H, the one that we all knew. What does
Yeah.
he have to say for
Let
himself?
me introduce myself to those of you
Oh, we know
have
who
not
you are.
heard of me or may have
WWE
known
fans
me
don't know
by
who he
name.
is.
I am Triple H, the game, the cerebral assassin.
He's growing his hair back by the looks of it.
Now all the questions have been buzzing around ever since my unexpected debut at European Uprising, and after my brutal attack on Samoa Joe that many say that ruined the entire event.
It did.
Ruin
You've all
it.
been asking,
We had a great show
Why?
ruined by that.
why did I assault Samoa Joe, and why did I not make my appearance until now?
Yeah, what's your problem with
Well,
Joe?
first of all, I was not happy with my position on the card. And second of all,
What?
I was
You weren't even on the
absolutely
show. You haven't got a
pissed the
position on
hell
the
off
card.
when I found out that I was no longer going to work for the WWF.
Oh.
Last year,
I
after
was too,
my
actually,
career
Hunter.
was
We're on the
done,
same
when I
page.
hung my boots up. And you know why? It's because I had
You had a
no
heart
more
attack.
passion for that company.
I
I had lost my passion for the business, and I felt like I couldn't go anywhere else. But then I got a call of a certain draft picking at a new company that was happening at the same time.
Yeah, Triple H
Just
is
before
shooting here.
2023 rolled around. I watched with pure interest, but then I discovered that I am no longer with the WWF, and now I'm in this new company.
It's not my
The
fault. I
World
picked you.
Wrestling
It was the wheel.
Alliance. It almost sounds like a ripoff from the pre-WCW NWA time, judging by its title. But you know something? I don't really give a rat's ass.
Damn,
what
Hunter's
this
not happy
company's
that he's
named
here
or
either.
Whatever this promotion's
I'm with you,
based
bud.
on. All that matters.
He's
is that
an
I've gotten the
arsehole.
opportunity to find
Pardon me.
Yeah,
that I
yeah.
lost.
Yeah, yeah.
I can find a place where I can relace my boots.
Once an
reignite the
armhole,
flame
always
that
one.
originated me
Yeah.
since I came into the professional wrestling.
Ask
from
MJF.
day one.
He's
I actually
never
have
happy
the
with
WWF.
anything.
Wait.
Now that I no
Listen.
longer have my wife Stephanie at my hands anymore, and I'm no longer with my
your
father-in-law
hands?
who looks like a reincarnation of Mickey
You know
Mouse
what?
of
He
paper.
bitches like a
You know
girl.
something? I
come
don't really
on.
give a damn what I'm saying at this point, because right now I have had it with it. The past is done. The Triple H.
I was gonna
that
try to
time
bring you
period
back,
you
but
guys
maybe
hated
not now.
before, as the CMO,
bitches like a
the Chief
girl.
Executive Officer, the man who directed talent, the guy that made
Jeez.
things all that was about best
Then-
for business, that's all flushed down the toilet.
This is the real me. The game.
No more corporate, Hunter.
That you all knew and loved. And now I'm back and better than I ever was. But he was done with Vince as well, saying he looked like a reincarnation of Disney. Stephanie, good luck in managing that company, because you and I are done. We're terminated. It's all over.
You get divorced, live on air.
I ask for your worth. And
No, Hunter, how could you say that?
Because
You've got 3 kids.
My life either. The McMahon house faction.
No, he would be getting divorced from Vince, not from his wife.
Just said he was done with Vince.
I'm pretty sure he said he's leaving Stephanie. Live on air.
I am absolutely sick and tired of all the younger talents out there in the back who've been getting their pushing.
Oh no!
Burying the veterans and the legends that made this business. Oh God, gets worse.
Don't let him near the young talent.
Something? I was once like that too. A young, arrogant, selfish young son of a bitch who never liked what he
You're
wanted.
still like that.
But here in the WWA, according to what I'm seeing, this is the place for opportunity, a place for careers to be resurrected, and places for people like me to
What time are we at? Can I ask?
That is exactly what I will do.
28, 11,
guys
12, 13.
Who come across me.
2013.
Play it straight.
28, 20 now.
Sorry.
Like
Yeah,
it's
28, 20.
Because this ring is not just my environment. It's not just my home. It's in the middle of my game. You play it straight when you face Triple H. If you don't, you pay the consequences. Just like I did to Samoa Joe. Now, Joe,
He didn't do anything.
you're probably asking why
We're
I
here.
kick your ass and batter you. Well, it's really damn simple. You were caught in the wrong place at the wrong time, and finally, I saw an
Where are
opportunity
we now,
to take a
time-wise?
talent
I've
like
knocked
you
my
out
thing
of the
back.
picture.
29
Because threatening me,
minutes.
Just like all the younger talents. You didn't deserve to be in the main event with The Undertaker in the tournament finals. I should have been in the finals.
I think you
should have
just
been
picked
the
on the
world
weaker
champion.
guy, Hunter.
I should be the
Yeah, wait until the Undertaker left.
Yeah,
the
you
ring.
waited till the match was over.
Hey guys, wait, he's got more to say. That my contract had not been activated, even after I was put in the damn spinning wheel and found myself landing here. I was traded for a damn Olympic gold medalist, which absolutely pissed the hell out of me.
Oh,
Guess what, Kurt Angle?
Kurt
If you're
Angle.
near my ex-wife, you can bang her all you want, because I don't really give a damn.
What?
And back to you, Joe. You paid the price for failing. You
Oh,
had your
wow.
shot to be a champion,
Jeez.
and you blew it. That didn't sit well with me, and thus...
Kurt is
I had to
happily
try
married.
and turn
Kurt is
it.
happily married. I'll have you know.
He's leaving
Now,
the
if you ever
McMahon
think of
family
coming
and he's
back,
here to bury the young talent.
Don't
Sounds
go
like,
too far
okay.
and looking where to
Sounds about right.
What an
I'll be sitting here and
asshole!
waiting, because
And
I
he didn't
know
even have the
you wanna get
decency
at
to
me.
do it
You wanna
before
get
he went
revenge.
off it,
You
before
wanna get
Samoa
personal.
Joe got beat
Well,
up.
guess what, Joe?
Yeah, it just shows what kind
be
of
sitting
man you
waiting.
are. Coward.
And once you challenge me, you won't have to wait too long to accept it. Because if you can make it back before United Nations, the next pay-per-view of this company, you better bring your A game. Because I am gonna do what I should have done
I
a long
agree.
time ago when I had you back in the day when you were in the WWF, when you jumped from NXT to come to the main roster. I'm gonna bury you, humiliate you, and prove to you, just like I'm gonna prove to everybody else there in the back, and all these people
I love that his
out
new
here,
character is basically
that the real
Dirt Sheet Triple H. That's amazing.
is here,
Yeah.
better than
Whatever he
ever.
actually thought about him backstage.
Right.
In other words,
As I said
the
before,
complete asshole,
when you step
as
in the
opposed
ring
to
with
the
Triple H,
not so complete
you better
asshole.
play it straight,
Yeah.
because I am that damn good. Damn, Triple H just shot on
You
everybody.
think you are.
Here
There
we go, main event.
The only match we get in full on this show.
Did that poster, by the way, guys. Had a lot of fun with it.
Damn, we're getting that tonight. Oh, damn, we're getting that tonight.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
This is the only match we're getting in
main event of the
completion
evening,
on this one.
and it is for the WWA World Heavyweight Championship.
Got ourselves a new arena, and of course we've got a new ring bell effect if you listen carefully.
This will be a dark affair.
Gonna sell a lot of chicken while we're at it.
Yeah. It's hot
Hey,
wide.
you know who KFC should be sponsoring? Triple H.
Oh God, no!
Nobody would go there.
It's KFC because they taste that damn good. It's Finn Balor, guys. The demon is here. Ironically, he's the first challenger for the Undertaker.
There's something to be said when a guy like the Undertaker, who's seen it all, says, "I've never seen anything like this."
No, Balor's a different type of demon. He's not like Kane. He's not like the other demons in the past. He's very, very different.
Yeah, Kane wears a mask and Finn paints it on instead.
That's for sure. Undertaker and Kane were born that way. Finn Balor made himself this way.
He's made people believe that he is like half superhuman.
He's an Irish demon. Big difference.
Think about his time when he was known as Prince Devitt back in Japan. That's where it originated.
Well, between this entrance and the Undertaker's entrance, these people have brought inhalers.
I think they did.
I hope they bought some binoculars. I can't see a damn thing in here.
Well, in the WWA, we did have a high smoke budget version, unfortunately. That's the problem. They produced
It's
too
only a
much.
small arena.
Bring a fan. Open up a door somewhere. Good Lord.
Yeah, turn on the AC. That's our biggest fan. Yeah.
Yeah, we're live, just to know where we are, we're live in Liverpool. That's where we're located in this arena.
These fans are getting a treat here with this match.
Undertaker's first title defense, live here on Hot Wired.
This is going to be something.
You can tell by this arena, it is stacked. It's very full. That's a pretty good sellout.
It's a small arena and it's got the Undertaker defending a world title. I would imagine so.
Yeah. To mention Finn Balor's popularity has been boosting lately since he had that big win at European Uprising.
Oh, absolutely.
Many have gone on to go far
it may be a small contingent, but there are some Finn Balor fans here that
he's definitely
that
challenging. He's definitely bringing the challenge.
What do you think of the arena, JJ, and the new setup as well?
I like it. I like the stage.
Paid for by the colonel.
I like this look.
Here we go, guys. Here we go. We're going old school. Here's a point.
I like this man as the champion, but I don't know how much longer it's gonna last.
Here's the WWA.
I have to say I still hold out for the Taker, but I think it's going to be a hard fight.
There he is, the Undertaker. Gone back now. He's in full black and purple from 94 to 96, and he's got the belt with him.
The Demon versus the Dead Man. This has been a dream match. Really, ever since Finn Balor became on the rise as the Demon.
It's the Demon
and
of Death
settled
Valley.
Here tonight.
Demon of Death Valley versus the Demon of Ireland. Undertaker's got his old theme playing as well. Oh wait, Taker throw his belt off. Oh, we got a commercial break.
Undertaker not waiting for his usual entrance. He's ready to get it going.
Yep, we're back live from the commercial break. Undertaker tried to do a sneak in, but Balor pounced right on him. But now Taker's reclaimed control. This is the first title defense for the Undertaker after he beat Samoa Joe in the tournament finals. And he says his reign will last quite a long time. Can he live up to it?
We're about to find out.
They may both be demons or think they're demons, but at the end of the day, it's about what happens in the ring, and it's about who gets the pin, who gets the submission. The winner is the world champion of this company.
And keep in mind, guys, Undertaker's got an undefeated streak. He has never been beaten. He hasn't been pinned or submitted, so that's also on the line. So Taker better watch it with Balor.
Well, he's no stranger to streaks.
Yeah, we all know.
Finn Balor had to lose and find the demon in that losing streak to bounce out of it. Undertaker has not tasted that defeat just yet.
He's taking his
It's
time.
been all Undertaker so far. There's been no offense by Finn Balor.
Maybe Balor's trying to get him to wear himself out. Use the rope-a-dope strategy.
Well, here we go. Sling blade.
Finn is resilient. That's for sure.
Look at these fans. They're absolutely enjoying this. This is a dream match they wanted, and WWA's delivering it.
And Finn Balor's got to use that speed and that top rope ability. Got to use some of those high-risk maneuvers, but it didn't work off that time.
It's suplexed by The Undertaker. He's wearing the challenger down. He's not wasting any time. He's trying to make this pace very slow. Judging by the crowd, it seems like we're split 50-50. Half of them are chanting for Taker and half of them are chanting for Balor.
Balor trying to speed things up, Undertaker slowing it down.
Oh, look at those rapid shots.
Striking it up.
What the hell?
Oh
my goodness.
Well, the Undertaker said he had never seen anything like this before, and he was right.
You've seen something like that. That's one of Undertaker's signature moves.
Do you see that?
Balor using Taker's own tactics against him.
Playing some mind games with him here.
I don't think we've ever seen that during a match. That was
unexpected. And look at the Undertaker. I don't think he didn't expect that to happen, but I don't think
he appreciated that.
He missed with that leg drop there. That's what happens when rage consumes you so much. Look at the crowd. They're chanting for Finn. So we could see a potential title change here, guys.
Maybe. Oh, no, Taker coming back in control. He has, it's definitely been 75-40 to Balor here. Or 75-35, I should say.
And Balor's doing the smart thing. You gotta stay on the Undertaker. One move is not gonna get it done. You gotta get a combination here.
That's our signature big boot.
Undertaker just shuts him down with one big boot, and he's back in control.
Oh, almost got it off to get off that big boot.
Balor's hanging in there, guys. He's resilient. You should never count him out. He always finds a way to get back into it.
This could be it.
Well, he was, but big choke slam.
Choke slam all the way from Death Valley. That's it. 1, 2.
Oh no, Balor kicks out.
Man, he's got some guts. I'll give him that.
Even the Undertaker couldn't believe it. Did you see the look on his face?
Yeah.
It's like WrestleMania 25 all over again.
I think he's finding out that Finn's demon is real. It's not just pretend. It's not just a play thing.
Oh, there it is.
Finn is a demon.
I don't believe he just did that.
Oh, not even a one count.
I don't believe you just did that.
Oh no!
Good Lord.
No. The 1630 got absolutely nothing.
1916 didn't work, but that implant DDT may have done it. But
Undertaker sat up and Finn Balor keeping on control. Here we go, coup de grace. Oh,
he missed it. Taker saw it coming, and that move just woke him up. Maybe that was.
If he had hit that, you got to think we would be having a new world champion right about now.
I thought that was it. I thought Taker was going for the tombstone.
Look at this. The pace is quickening up here.
Balor is coming back now.
Finn Balor using that endurance and that speed.
He's got some guts and glory.
Oh, guts and glory might bring in the world title if this continues on. The crowd are coming alive. They're losing it. They love this match.
Well, whoever wins is going to deserve it because this has been one hell of a match.
Oh, definitely. Would you agree, Colin, JJ?
It's been back and forth from this point. Taker now going to the second rope. What is he, Bret Hart?
On Bret's rope, as you like to say. Oh, we kicked him off.
Oh, big Alexander.
Taker thought better. He was going to go to the top rope, but he said, no, I'll stay on the middle rope.
Well, this could be it.
Tombstone City. Here it comes. As like Gorilla Monsoon would say, Tombstone City.
His legs are in the ropes, though. Yeah.
Oh, and that saved Finn Balor some unfortunate positioning by the Undertaker. Keeps Finn Balor alive, at least for now.
Balor did not put his foot on the rope, but his leg was under the ropes, which is the referee's discretion.
He's coming back with another DDT. This time he'll get him. Will it be enough? Oh, just a 1 count.
I'm surprised he's still functional after that tombstone pile driver.
Finn Balor may not have the size of The Undertaker, but he has the fight and determination of The Undertaker.
Oh,
Big stomp, but The Undertaker gets out of the way.
Sling blade.
Again. Whoa, Balor's it
Oh,
up.
a drop kick.
Big drop kick, and that's what Finn's got to
Here
do.
we go.
High risk.
Again.
Use your body as a weapon. Use everything you have.
First
Coup de
time
grace.
lucky.
Tunnel's
New
open.
champion.
We have a new
champion.
champion.
Dude! Oh, Taker just
Wow.
got shoulder up.
Wow.
Listen to the crowd. They thought the title was going to change
They
hands
can't
there.
believe that. It's going to take more than that to get this title off of The Undertaker.
There we are, 16-13 again.
That might be it. Drop him on his
Taker
head.
set up again. Taker set up again.
Back
Demon
and
and the
forth,
Phenom
these
just
two-
clashing it.
These
Oh.
two demons, these two monsters, these two forces of the dark side clashing.
Oh, Taker punching back.
This has got more like this is. I'm not sure whether
Oh.
this is a wrestling match or a boxing match.
Tombstone power driver. This
That
time he's
one's
gonna do
right in
it.
the centre of
That has
the
to
ring.
be it.
That's
One.
it. You're not getting out of
Two.
that.
Oh,
And The
Taker
Undertaker
retains the title.
retains in a hard-fought match.
What a matchup.
No,
Finn Balor
no shame
credits.
there for Finn
No.
Balor, not one bit.
No,
Tried, but unfortunately The Undertaker outlasted him, destroyed the demon, and laid it to rest. What a
I
matchup.
wouldn't be so sure that he's laid it to rest, but he's at least put it to sleep for tonight.
There he is.
winner, and still WWA.
Because I mean, you look at him; he looks like he's gone through hell.
Absolutely.
It's certainly not an easy fight.
It wasn't. That was a tough challenge for The Undertaker. In his mind, he knew he was in for a good fight. And he's,
Yeah.
and there he goes. The salute and the title reign continues.
I mean, no way was that an easy fight.
Yes,
Well, we're on
here
to
we
week
are.
2. And the tournament continues with the semi-finals for the tag team titles.
Ironically, on the Titanic's anniversary on April 14th.
Alongside with Michael Hayes
Oh,
and Don West. And
Oh,
kickoff
can
match we've got
Rey
for you
Mysterio
right
and
now.
Ricochet get through this
With
team?
Rey
It seems
Mysterio and
impossible.
Ricochet.
this certainly
Taking
feels
on
like a
Randy
mismatch.
Orton and Kane.
To
And there's that taunting
put
and
together
jumping
team, one who
ability
agreed
of
at the
Ricochet
pay-per-view and one who just kind of came out of nowhere.
Wouldn't last 30 seconds with Kane.
We didn't know why Kane seemed to Randy
But we
Orton.
kind of like it.
Kane hits Ricochet and just slingshots him right into Rey Mysterio.
Oh,
Uh,
God.
Falls up with a sidewalk
At least-
slam.
At least this commentator likes it.
Oh,
Oh, big Pele.
And now he's signaling for
What
possibly
was that?
a choke
Pele
slam
by
for Hal.
Ricochet.
Here he comes.
Kane's gonna put him
This is
down
it,
with this
Randy
choke
Orton
slam,
can
and that's
do
gonna be it.
It's wearing the same
There we
colours
go.
as Ricochet as
Hang on a
well,
second.
black and red.
They are. You see someone up down
What the heck?
rampway.
There's
What's
music
going on
playing in the
there?
background, guys.
God,
Who's
I can't
that?
see where it is, but it looks like there's someone coming down the rampway and Kane sees him.
Oh, what the hell's going on?
Who does he see?
No!
He's going up on the rampway. Oh my god,
Oh.
it cannot be.
Oh, he's back.
There's that damn Damian Priest. Oh no.
I didn't think we were gonna see him for a long time.
European Uprising.
Look, Kane's
Kane's
forgotten
gone
about the
right
match,
for him.
guys. Look, he's distracted.
He's totally forgotten about the match here. But what is all this about? Damian Priest
My
instructing
goodness.
Kane and Rey Mysterio with a hurricane.
Oh, in the ring.
Ricochet. Oh my goodness.
Big
He's
double
left
team
Randy
combo.
Orton.
Rey doesn't see it yet. The Ricochet.
Oh, 630.
Oh, 630. No, Arcane Bro, not like this. No.
Oh, they did it.
They just
Oh,
turned
my
around.
goodness.
Too late.
Kane's fault.
It was Priest's fault. He
I don't
distracted him.
think Randy Orton's not gonna be too happy about that one bit.
The underdogs have prevailed in the finals.
No,
Yeah, but-
it was Kane's fault.
oh.
Kane shouldn't have allowed himself to get distracted.
What are you doing?
Come on, Orton, help out Kane
Help out
here.
Kane, wait, for God's sakes.
No.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
yeah.
What?
No.
Are you
No.
kidding me?
The short-lived
What the hell
alliance
is going on here?
is exactly
Randy
that.
Orton's
Short-lived.
not helping Kane. He's assisting Damian Priest here. What the hell?
Oh,
AR's losing
Come
his
on.
shit here.
Come on, Randy.
Telling the crowd. Why is this alliance ship?
This crowd is
It's in their
furious.
form.
This is disgusting.
Well, this alliance makes a bit more sense.
This is
So is that
disgusting.
Randy
This is a tag team
Orton and
partner here. And
Priest
look at that.
attacking?
A
Yeah.
sit-out choke slam. That's just disgusting. Oh, God.
Oh, RKO.
Welcome back to Hot Wired, ladies and gentlemen.
I
Here
can't
we are,
believe
the
it.
other semi-final match. Decide who will face Ricochet and Rey Mysterio in the
Randy
finals.
Orton are in cahoots. They literally bowed the hell out of Kane. And I gotta tell you, you can see that match an upset with Ricochet and Rey Mysterio getting the victory, but what on earth is that all about?
JO and Michael Hayes and Don West were not happy about that.
No, I don't think.
There's that running knee to the
I don't think
gut.
any of us are happy
There's
about
the
that.
gut,
Good
and
God.
down goes Dijakovic. Oh my God!
Oh my goodness, look at the strength of Dominic.
Now, oh my
Oh
gosh, what a
Casey
move!
Driver, holy cow!
Ivor's been busted open there. How did that happen?
But look at this.
The strength to, oh my gosh, the strength to lift these men up.
Oh, Ivor returned the favor. There are Casey Driver.
Oh.
What about his fair play? Now he makes the cover. Will this be it?
We saw him win with that last week.
Yeah, the Viking Raiders
Like
are
he's gonna win again.
Viking Raiders against Mysterio and Ricochet in the tournament finals, guys. That's
What
going
a
to be summer.
what a clash of styles.
I hope the Viking Raiders win.
That's your pick then,
Up next
clubs. Oh, here we
the
go.
first ever champion versus champion. Braun Breaker versus The Undertaker. Now, Braun Breaker
shit.
had been given this opportunity by WWE management to take on the Phenom for the world title. And as you can see in these clips, he literally surprised the dead man with brute strength
Jesus, Taker.
and utter determination to win. But Undertaker took advantage of the inexperience by the young Braun Breaker, and just like he did to Finn Balor, he tombstoneed his way to victory, thus retaining the World Heavyweight Championship.
Taker's reign continues. Two defenders in 2 weeks.
Really has been a fighting champion. Like you said,
Wow.
What do you think of that, JJ? The young talent getting a chance for the gold.
Earlier
I
tonight,
have
You
to
like
say
to see it?
though,
made his Hot Wired debut.
I have to
and he
say though, the people
obliterated
that are
Bobby
fighting him are
Roode
giving him a
in
good
less than
fight.
just 5 minutes
Yeah.
to determine a #1 contendership
Indeed.
You know
for
what I
The
mean?
Undertaker's heavyweight
Yeah.
title at United
Oh, Andre's
Nations.
next in line to face him.
However, though,
Oh
backstage
shit.
footage showed that once Andre and Taker crossed paths, things did not go as we anticipated. It became really, really ugly.
Oh dear.
God.
Oh,
Andre sneak attacked him and battered on Undertaker. He's turned heel.
No.
Yes, he has.
well, I never thought Andre the Giant when he just sneak attack somebody, but here we are.
He just laid out the champion for that table. Oh, man.
My goodness. Have you
Here we
ever
go.
seen somebody manhandle the Undertaker like that?
No one
It's
has.
Andre the Giant though.
Here we go. These two guys who laid waste to Kane, who is not even here tonight, unfortunately. But we need answers.
Yeah. Why, Randy? Why did you turn your back on your partner?
You can hear the boos ringing in Liverpool. These crowds are absolutely furious at what Randy
Was it a
did.
ploy all along? Was it just a plan to get Kane comfortable and beat him down?
Because he's an asshole. He's an even bigger asshole than Triple H.
Damien Priest
Well,
orchestrated the whole thing.
He learned from the best, as far as that goes.
Did Damien Priest plan all this? Did he get involved in it?
Damian Priest was embarrassed.
Yeah, that's right. All you British people sure know who to show your true colours off with the hatred that you show, because you don't even have what I've got. Now that I have the attention that you are all asking yourselves,
What about you got a lost record to Kane?
is why.
Oh, because he's a professional wrestler,
Why don't they
quote
even
unquote.
lay out the big red machine Kane?
What's Kane
Oh,
then?
sure.
Chopped liver.
I did learn my lesson at European Uprising.
Oh, Priest is being a
But
dick
he
here.
didn't. Yes, it's true, he beat me in a match that I challenged him for. But to be honest, he only got half of it right.
Guys,
As
I'm
you can
really
see,
sorry, but I'm
still
gonna have
standing
to
and breathing.
go.
Right
worries.
then.
And Kane.
But
Oh,
next
alright.
time
Didn't
we'll try and
finish
stay
anything.
on for the rest of
In
it.
fact,
Right.
that was just
But
under
it's
the
been
Sounds
great
good.
fun. I I've been
Why I
okay,
returned and cost you
and
the
I've really
World Tag
enjoyed
Team title
myself.
tournament.
Well, take care,
That's real
Flubs.
simple
Bye
enough.
for
We'd love to
now.
hear it. We'll love to have you
You've
back
made
next
a
time.
legendary name for yourself in the past. But your name to me is just a bullseye. And I saw my mark, and I took my shot when the opportunity came. Thus I came back for you to prove you didn't get the job done. Unmasking you that time was my way of finding out if you were indeed burned and disfigured, as many say you are.
Doesn't think
It
Kane's
was, however, my
disfigured.
way of
Well, I mean, there's
exploiting
about 20 years of
weakness
evidence.
to
So.
show what a big-red coward you are.
Oh,
My
he thinks Kane's a
intentions, however,
coward.
are for me to live an infamy, and with the experience of your name, to become the new dominant player in wrestling, and that the fires of so-called hell flowing through me, the name Davian Priest, will live forever.
See what Randy Orton's got to say now. Come on, Randy.
You might be asking yourself why. Why did I help Damien in taking you out? Let's face it.
Yeah, we're all asking
Face
that.
the facts that I didn't want to team up with a masked freak.
Well, why
with
did you do
powers
it
from
then?
normal life and society.
Come on, you guys were successful.
Look at me. Do I hide behind anything? No. But I'm not weak. And in my life, I may have done some things that are shameful. But unlike you, I accept them. And then I take them in and use them to make me a better human. I can bear myself to team with you. Because in truth, you just hold me back. And as I saw for myself, you wouldn't even come back down to the ring to help me while I was getting my ass kicked by two little jerks.
He's kind of right about that.
You, Kane. That's why no one would ever stand alongside you. That's
Well, it wasn't a
why
plan all
you're
along. You basically
alone,
just decided at that moment, fuck you.
afraid of humanity. But most
Agree,
of all,
Carl.
you fear letting down your beloved damn Canaanites.
Oh,
Well, you're going to further
not,
shame them.
come on.
Because once the events of United Nations comes to pass, Damien and I will put you down once and for all.
Nate Lodbrook here as Randy Orton.
Canaanites? Randy, is that what Kane calls his followers? I've never heard such punk crap before or since. But I bet you he's not here tonight. And if he doesn't show up, then that just proves what we think of him. I was once inspired by you, you know, Kane. But that inspiration has turned to disgust and regret. Since United Nations is drawing in fast, I will make it clear that it ends there, and with Randy Orton at my side, together we will wipe the flames from within you, and never again will you breathe the fires of life that you're so afraid of.
Holy damn, they're really mocking Kane's fear of fire, man. Jesus.
Come on.
Here we
It's
go.
time for the finals.
Too far.
Time to decide the new tag team champions and the
Here we
finals.
go,
of the tournament.
JJ. The
All right,
Vikings
this
do
should be
it.
a good match, a true clash of styles. The powerhouses of Viking Raiders versus this high-flying team of Rey Mysterio and Ricochet.
There we go, the title's on the line. Who's going to become the first tag team champions of the World Wrestling Alliance?
Good looking belts.
Oh,
Speed and power in this
good
match.
move by Ricochet. And another, amazing move.
Dragon Dorana nearly got it.
Oh. Viking
Oh,
Raiders
Mysterio.
taking out the referee to stop the count.
But that was an accident. Ray got his head popped off there. He's wearing a bit of a different attire there, and
That's the move that won them the.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, when they take it right back to this man.
That's gotta be it. Oh, no.
Oh, stupid kick. Figueroa in the ropes. Oh no.
It's got to be said, Ray and
619.
Ricochet are working fantastically as a tag team.
Oh, 619. But Eric knocks him off
Absolutely.
the apron.
Oh. Eric gets in the way. Oh my God, what a suicide dive into a DDT. I've never seen that.
jackknife maneuver there by Eric, and he Mysterio.
Springboard moonsault. He got all of it.
Oh. But it's a standing leg drop. Will he get
guillotine, springboard, leg drop.
Got him! Mysterio and Ricochet did it! The underdogs have become the top dogs in the tag
I can't believe it. They were able to fend off the Viking Raiders, and we have new first-time tag team champions.
Wow. Ricochet and Mysterio have bounced back from their loss at European Uprising and have claimed tag team gold.
Yeah, what a team. Losing that title, losing that triple threat may have been the best thing that happened to these guys.
I stand here not only as your world heavyweight champion, but I stand here tonight as a cold-blooded, remorseless, vengeful, and angered Grim Reaper.
Oh, we got a pissed off Undertaker.
What's got you so pissed off?
Last week, you all saw the true colors of Andre the Giant, the eighth wonder of the world, the king of all the giants. Andre, it has been my darkest dreams to want to face you. I thought that you would step up to me like a man and show the code of honor. But instead,
ROH,
2002 ROH?
And cold attitude act and committed a sin that you will not be forgiven for. At United Nations, your fate will be sealed. And I will promise you, as well as my creatures of the night can promise with me, your demise at my hands will be painful and slow and very agonizing. Before this night
the match will be slow.
Andre, I will plan to get even with
that's
you.
True.
It means he will give Andre a much painful demise than the others did.
No matter how big you are, nor strong, or even as intimidating as you are, you will not be able to outstrength me, the power that I possess, and you cannot escape the clutches of the Reaper. The hounds of hell are already calling for your soul, Andre. And when we clash at United Nations for
he's determined to beat him.
World Heavyweight title, unlike the last two challengers who have fallen, I will give you an even better, deeper, greater, and more painful demise. Andre, hear me out. Once I found you, I will not hesitate to inflict what I must do upon you.
Within next week.
And you will, eventually, whether you're a man or a giant, you will rest in peace.
Oh, heavy tensions, guys. This is a guy Taker's never faced.
Happy about that sneak attack.
Oh.
Can he do anything about it?
Well, here we go. Week 4, he intended to. And there we go in the main event.
This isn't right. Andre the Giant has just come out here and he's just ruined the main event between Undertaker, Finn Balor, and he's helping Damian Priest and Randy Orton destroy these two. Come on.
He just gone back to his black and grey attire there.
Damn it. We need help out here. Where's the
you hate to see this.
When we need them? Where's the Metropolitan?
It was supposed to be a tag match, but Andre got interfered. Now it's a disqualification.
Look
if Andre wanted a,
oh my
someone's on the ramp, guys.
If Andre wanted a title match, all he had to do was ask.
What the hell? It's put a
Randy Orton, Damian Priest, and Andre the Giant laying
What
waste to the
what
Undertaker.
the hell?
It seems that nothing will happen. Nothing seems to be coming for the dead man's aid, despite the match being thrown out. But then all of a sudden on stage appears a man
dressed mostly in white and red. It's none other than Brother Love himself.
Oh boy.
Oh, will you stop? Stop right there. You 3 leeches of boys have just tried to lay waste to the greatest that ever existed on this grand scale of love of wrestling. Do you not see that you have caused a disturbance within God's creation? A disturbance that has now rattled the devil's cage.
Oh, it's disturbing, all right.
Oh, Brother Andre, Brother Orton, and Brother Priest. I, Brother Love, have seen what you're trying to do. And now, it gives me with all the pleasure within to look up and forgive and tell God that I must now look down into the bones of hell and unleash Satan's fury. Oh, hear the devil, may forth you come to commence your destruction.
Kane's back.
Oh, shit.
Oh, he's got his
Brother Love. I'm speechless.
His literal creator.
It's the big red machine.
Starts going crazy, guys. Kane's back.
Very much in the shoot sense.
Is he with his brother? Is he with Finn Balor? What's going on?
Kane is here and he's back for vengeance. And he's come to assist his brother.
He's kicking Randy Orton's ass right about now.
Against these 3 units.
Oh boy.
He's gone by the throat. Oh, choke slam on the floor.
Revenge is best when you hustle cold, JR. Here it is.
Oh, that's the guy he wants to go after, Damian Priest.
We've got.
Is he siding with them, or is he on his own?
Is he with Kane or is he with...
Oh, DDT on the floor!
Siding with Balor? What is going on here? But what we do know...
What is going on? It's chaos!
Hellfire and brimstone. In this
My God!
The brawl! Wait a minute, Kane's going after Andre, look! Oh my God!
What a confrontation that is!
In Liverpool, England.
Kane is just hitting anything that moves!
Damian Priest is avoiding confrontation and Randy Orton's too busy with The Undertaker. But Kane is taking his full raise on Andre! What the heck?
And Kane's in. He's going straight
for payback for his brother?
I think he gives his arm.
It seems to be. Oh my God! Oh my God! How did he get the giant up with one hand?
Do you see that? Hellfire's unleashed and Kane just chokeslammed Andre! It's never been done!
On behalf of the World Wrestling Alliance, United Nations will be the upcoming pay-per-view. And to give you a rundown of the carding events, this has been announced for it. On the pay-per-view kicking off show, it will be Heavy Machinery taking on the new World Tag Team Champions of Ricochet and Mysterio. The underdogs beat the Viking Raiders for the tag team titles in the finals. Can they do the same by taking on the big guys of the Heavy Machinery? Only time will tell us.
They keep the titles against the bigger men.
Will be for the women's champion. It will be Bayley taking on Alayla. And apparently what happened in the build-up was that Bayley had been
Aaliyah.
I kept botching up her name.
The real champion at the upcoming event.
Don't worry, Molly Rose is coming in.
Take on the current women's champion.
Jesus.
Can Bayley hold off the new challenge? Only time will tell us even further when the match unfolds. And match number 3 will be the final event between Brock Lesnar and Karrion Kross as they settle it inside the 4 walls of steel, inside a steel cage. This match will not be pretty, it will be brutal and a total bloodshed.
Fucking best.
And matchup on number 4 will be a special 8-man tornado tag match to determine the number 1 contenders for the tag team titles. Cesaro and Sheamus, Mind Stone and Doug Williams, the Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan.
Wow,
what a team!
What the hell
will
is
totally
this?
be chaotic, let me tell you.
One of these teams is not like the
Any team
others.
can win it, and they will eventually get a tag shot against the tag champions.
The Viking Raiders look like guys that would job to Hogan in the
A sight to
80s.
see.
You've heard about power and glory, this is power and politics.
Our next matchup will be an awesome
one of the big
one-on-one
matches
matchup
here.
for newly crowned World Television
wow.
Champion. Braun Breaker has been facing some good competition, proving to be one hell of a champion, until Keith Lee earned a #1 contender shot during the build-up, and he will promise to give Braun Breaker one hell of a match. It was a challenge he could not refuse. Will we see the title change hands? Will Braun Breaker's reign continue? Or will Keith Lee somehow make the title change hands and become, as he liked to say, a limitless TV champion?
Something.
Oh
The
shit!
next up on the card
Oh,
will be
shit.
Triple H's pay-per-view
Oh, shit is
debut
right,
as
JJ.
he looks to take on Samoa Joe, the guy who he destroyed at the end of European Uprising. Samoa Joe had not been seen for a long while, but finally he made his triumphant return and choked out Triple H and accepted his challenge, and thus the match was made official. This will be definitely one that Triple H wished he had not taken.
And this is
And then on the upcoming match, one of the next upcoming matches, it will definitely be one of the most hyped and billed. It will mainly be the final curtain call between Kane and Damian Priest, but now with Randy Orton into the
Now,
mix,
Kane and Phil
Kane
Balor,
needs
that
to find
makes
a
way more
partner,
sense as a
and
tag
he
team.
found one in the Demon Finn
They're even
Balor,
colour-coded
who
together.
actually asked Kane
Yeah.
if he would like to step up
Two
with him
demons.
and would help fight against the evil Damian Priest and the Viper Killer Randy Orton. And with Brother Love in their corner,
Those
all
tag teams
hell
make
is
way
gonna
more
let
sense.
loose. And it was
They
officially
do.
declared in the contract that Kane stated that this would take place in an even danger four walls of hell, even worse than a steel cage match, as it was written down to be a tornado hell in the
Well,
cell.
fuck. Well, fuck
Total
Cross and
war zone
Lesnar.
this match will be.
Here's the main event,
And
guys.
finally, in the main event, the match that everyone's been looking forward to, the clash of the 8th wonder of the world, taking on the Phenom, Andre the Giant versus The Undertaker for the World Heavyweight Championship. The dream
the
match
two
that
backstage,
could have happened, and
leaders, so
finally
to
it gets to
speak.
happen right
Indeed.
tonight on United Nations. One of these two men in this dark, titanic clash fantasy will clash for the gold, but only one will come out victorious. Can The Undertaker keep his title and keep it going? Will Andre dethrone the Phenom and become only the second ever man to hold the World Heavyweight Championship? Find out with so much action here to come as we will go to United Nations, where it's not about uniting with your friend, it's about uniting to go to war with your enemy. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Jim Ross. Thank you so much for this special recapping of the WWA of Wrestle Pride and Hotwired. As you know, I will be looking forward to United Nations. On behalf of everybody here in the WWA, good night, everybody.
That's the build-up, guys.
Oh,
It's all ready for United Nations. It will be a war of uniting and chaos.
For sure.
There we go, guys.
Indeed. Indeed.
So, shall we get...
Chaos is the right word.
Yeah, the title originally was going to be called United Chaos, but I thought that sounded a bit too... I don't know. But, hey, what the hell with it? It seemed to work out. But anyways, let's go back and let's do the review cap on this. What do you think, guys?
Well, let's do it.
As we saw in the beginning of the build-up, we started off at Wrestle Pride, 3 days in the timeline after the European Uprising. Kane would come out and he, did his little promo, thinking that Priest was gone for good. He issued a challenge. Pete Dunne stepped up, only to be squashed in less than 10 minutes. Kane proved he was back as the dominant big red machine that we all knew and loved. What do you guys think?
JJ, do you want to go first?
Yeah, good, good work. Poor poor Pete Dunne, but somebody had to take the loss there. Kane thought he was done with Priest. We all assumed that that feud was over, but not quite yet. And Kane looking strong as his character should.
Just to let you on a quick note, what did you think on the arena that I did for the?
I liked the new arena, new kind of graphics at the start. Like,
Yeah, I like that you're keeping with kind of the classic WWF look, but it's a little bigger than the London stage you had for the last one. Yeah, this is all good stuff. Maybe a little long because Kane was deciding to do his whole bloody origin story apparently, but he got to the point at the end. Yeah, if my only criticism with the booking of this and the Brock Lesnar thing is that the problem is that they beat them so handedly that the fact that they're then going, yeah, but I'm not done with you, and the other guy's coming back. It makes sense when the guy comes back and he goes, oh, we're not done, and that kind of stuff, like it was with the other way around when it was Kerry Cross and Lesnar. But Kane being oh, we're not done, Damian Priest. It's oh, wait, okay, you can't definitively beat him. What else is there to prove? In my head, I probably would have had it where Damian attacked him first, and then he'd have a reason for that. But
yeah, well, it was just what was written down the dirt sheet, unfortunately. Kane wanted to believe he was done and you could move on.
Well, it was written. Dave Meltzer booked this?
No, not Dave Meltzer, no, and it was definitely not Vince Russo. It was me doing the whole booking, okay? Jesus Christ. It was just how it went, unfortunately. We had no time to shuffle it around in any ways. Besides all that, we moved on, and I think at that point we had the beginning of the tag team title tournament kicking off. We had... I'll just go in separate round if that's all right. We had Doug Williams and Martin Stone take on the Viking Raiders, and it was a pretty good stiff match. But unfortunately, Vikings held their own, and this time they got a little payback on the Brits, and they were the first team to advance. So, what were your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I like the Viking Raiders getting out of a push here. They make sense in your company as much as we joke about, kind of late 80s WWF. Honestly, they make sense in that environment. Big guys, kind of a, more of a gimmicky kind of look to them. So, yeah, I'm kind of down with the Viking Raiders push, to be honest.
Oh, they're not. They may look like they're wearing a gimmick that seems cartoony, but they're actually getting pushed like pro wrestlers. They're getting the push they should have had, right. And that's what I'm doing with them, and they deserved it. What did you think, Carl? What was your thoughts on the match?
Yeah, I thought it was a good match. Yeah, no complaints. I think the Ray and Ricochet team were definitely, they looked great as a tag team. They were doing amazing moves, and we saw the clips of some of the highlights, but all the matches that we had with them were fantastic matches. They were just, if you like the kind of Young Bucks spot fest type matches, they were spot on.
Yeah. Just before I get to the rest of the time, I've just realised I've skipped over one of the matches. I need to go back to. I just remembered there was that triple threat match. I'm skipping from Hot Wire to Bristol Friday. I need to go back to all there for a second. The other match that came after Kane's match was the triple threat match, which was Cesaro, Doug Williams, and Martin Stone. And let's be honest, it was a very stiff triple threat match. And at long last, Cesaro got a big push, and he actually got a pin over the guy who beat him in the pilot show, Doug Williams, while Martin Stone was too busy jaw-jacking with the crowd. So, what do you think for Cesaro's victory, Carl?
Yeah, I thought that this was, if you're one of those wrestling fans that like stiff European style brawls, that's what this match was. This is William
definitely like a European showcase.
Big bold men kicking the shit out of each other in European. This is William Regal's favorite match, and probably Jim Cornette's. But yeah, Cesaro getting the win, get some momentum, good stuff.
It definitely did, and if you notice in the match, Cesaro was absolutely busted wide open. I don't know how he got it, but damn, he was bleeding badly in that match. But he pulled through anyway. And then and if you want to talk about stiff, I think we went into mega stiff drive with Brock Lesnar versus Sheamus, and as you know, Sheamus held his own. He hit Brock right where he was in the weekest point with his diverticulitis, because you saw him keeling over, and he did okay.
Drove him through a table too.
Well, no, he didn't. Brock Lesnar eventually dominated and got the victory, and now Lesnar's 3-0. His undefeated streak continues, and that was what led to the backstage brawling between Cross and Lesnar, which is just a final challenge at United Nations and a first ever steel cage match. Lay down your thoughts on that, and before we get to predictions on the pay-per-view, what did you think of the story with that anyway? I'll go for you, JJ.
So yeah, good. Just two big, heavyweight types going at it. Cross is obviously not done with Lesnar and wants another shot. It'll be interesting to see what happens at the pay-per-view.
Yeah, just to let you know, Scarlett and Paul Heyman won't be allowed at ringside. Apparently, because
it's a cage match. So.
They need to set date because Brock and Karrion, to be honest, they want to settle it by themselves, and that's the best way to do it. I mean, cage matches, as you know, back in the early days, were to settle all grudges and declare a winner once and for all, and that's what this is about. And what did you think, Carl? What was your perspective?
This one made way more sense because it was cross-attacking Lesnar, and we showed Lesnar continues to be undefeated, dominating the Karen cashes in. This is a better version, I think, of the feud Kane booking in terms of the guy coming back for a rematch, and it's selling in a steel cage. Perfect wrestling 101, makes perfect sense. Like Karen Cross's promo as well.
Indeed, I'm getting better with Cross's improvisation as I went along. I had to really use his promos to get me in that state of mind.
I've seen you can get Glenda to do Scarlett.
Oh God, I'm not going to voice like a female. It'll make me sound homophobic, for Christ's sake.
No, Glenda might be able to do it for you.
Oh, okay. Oh, that Glenn, not me. Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking
Glenda, about... not Glenn.
Jesus Christ, I get confused with it. Maybe ask her to do the voice dub, alright. In any case, the next one that was on was... the next one afterwards was the Finn Balor versus Keith Lee. It was like an NXT type of a match style, and despite Keith Lee doing a run-in by accident, he didn't mean to. It wasn't supposed to happen, but he went with it anyway. Balor picked up momentum with his victory, and he sent a message to The Undertaker like this was a small example. And as you saw in the match, Balor literally picked up Keith Lee. I don't know how he did that, but Jesus Christ, and he didn't beat him with a coup de grace. He beat him with a superfly splash off the top rope, and then said he's going to look forward to meeting The Undertaker, after he earned his shot at European Uprising. And before we get into the main event on Hot Word, it was a really good story build-up, and Balor was just like on an absolute roll. And he vowed that he would beat The Undertaker and dethrone him before his title reign could even begin. So what was your thoughts on the match and the promo build-up for that? Carl Dunn, I'll go to you first on this one.
Good match. Good to get Finn over strong. Makes perfect sense in getting into the title match. I like that you had the title match on TV and you're having Taker do title matches on TV. And he's, it's making him a fighting champion, which is great stuff. My only thing is that Finn was built up from the pay-per-view, so it might have been a good idea to that this is a big enough match. I think it could have been at a pay-per-view, but you came up with an even bigger, better match for the pay-per-view. It's just that this is the match that had the most build-up in terms of storyline and momentum. So it was interesting, but at least we got to see it in full on the Hot Wire show. So I think it was all good stuff.
Yeah, I was talking about the match between Balor and Keith. Apparently, not.
Well, I'm talking about the whole.
Yeah,
Balor storyline is one thing.
What about you, JJ? What did you think of the Balor versus Keith Lee match and the promo that he laid out?
Yeah, I thought that was a good way to build towards the title match. Taker then had a few interesting lines about I'm going to get rid of the demon, and I thought for a second maybe it would be some crazy thing where the demon persona is on the line or something.
exercises it or something.
Like he's just gonna take his soul or whatever, So you can kind of, it's the Undertaker, so you can do stuff like that, and even if it's silly, we just accept it because it's the Undertaker.
Well,
he was good promos by both guys, and then I really thought coming out of the pay-per-view that this was going to be a pay-per-view match. We got a pay-per-view quality match here on TV, which was great. Can't complain about it. And like Carl said, I think we actually have a somehow even bigger match for the actual pay-per-view coming up.
Quite literally.
Yeah, literally, and I'm not shitting you either on it. It was legit big. In any cases, besides that, afterwards, we had Andy Rose taking on Bayley, I think it was, in a pre-match, and of course the match was back and forth. Mandy Rose beats Bayley to get momentum into the ladder match, and she bounced back strong.
That's how you can tell how random the ladder match was that you beat. Yeah. But then again, this is Vince McMahon booking, so maybe Vince is booking your show. Beat them before they win a title.
So it'll probably be Mandy versus Bayley at some point.
Vince is not even on my show. He's on Welcome.
Yeah, I think Mandy versus Bayley would have been a better match of pay per view because she beat her here. Elia's a bit. Aaliyah even. God, we can't get the name right for some reason. Aaliyah is kind of random. Whereas I think that Mandy would have made more sense for me.
Who knows what will happen? I'll explain the build when we get to the pay-per-view about it. And then we did, Undertaker did a lovely speech, as world champion, and he explained that after he
That's the first time I've ever taken a promo described as a lovely speech. Like I can see, like he's doing a best man face.
like he's accepting an award.
Yeah, it was basically that was me saying that. Oh, okay. So, but the good thing was it was a great promo, a wonderful speech. Like in terms of he was done with the WWF for 30 years, basically telling what happened in 2020, and then he was like quote unquote in a deep slumber, and this company wakes up, and he wakes up at the same time, and he's like quote unquote reincarnated to his old school look, which made perfect sense because this is not the Taker of the present he's got. It was really a good build up.
As unlucky, as unrealistic, obviously, as the whole fantasy thing is, but that's the fun of it. This is actually kind of built into the character because he's a supernatural character. So the idea that he could like regenerate like Doctor Who actually kind of makes sense. Like just taking him as the character and not taking Mark Calloway out of it. The idea that Taker would be go away, retire, and then regenerate and become young again and come back kind of makes sense for the character. Say if they were gonna. They'll know. Obviously, they won't do this. But imagine if they were going to recast the Undertaker and bring a young guy back as Undertaker. It's kind of like that storyline, except with the same guy. So I like between this and the Triple H promo that you kind of tried to explain the old guys are young again thing, and actually gave a storyline reason, which is cool, rather than my version, which is just like, I'm Brett's back from a time machine to 97. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, in my version, the WWA is like a full reincarnated type of thing. It's basically like,
it makes sense that your company is like brand new, zero history, whereas I have however many years of WWF and Carl has 2 or 3 years of AEW. You have a clean slate of like you can basically do whatever, and it makes sense because you're a brand company,
Basically, you could say the Triple H and the Undertaker of the WWF, quote unquote, died, and now they've been resurrected in this new company. Like they've, you know what I mean. The characters passed on, and now they've been reborn.
Especially for guys like that have kind of reinvented themselves over the years and have had different personas, and at different times have been different, entities, so to speak. Like it makes sense.
Would have worked if I did it with The Rock or Stone Cold or Brett or anybody else, but for that matter, they would have done the exact same thing. But with Taker, it made sense for him being reincarnated, quote unquote, because he, same thing with Kane almost, although he didn't say that, but he feels like he's back as his true form in the mask. In any case, after the Wrestle Pride was done, Taker did a nice little, a cool promo build up for the match with him and Finn Balor discovering who Balor is and what his demon's made of. He says he's going to destroy the demon Balor, if not the human Finn Balor in a way. And then as we get to week 1 afterwards, we did like the build up for that afterwards. And then we go back to the tournament finals, quality matchup with the titles. I'm back on track now. I've got it in my head now. As we know, the Viking Raiders went in, they advanced, and of course Ricochet and Mysterio advanced against Heavy Machinery. I think it was Heavy Machinery or whatever it was. Was it the? Oh wait, no, they went up against Pete Dunne and what's his name? Who had a?
No. They were Ray and Ricochet advanced against against Randy Orton and Kane.
In the first round match, I was referring to. They all built up, and then we get and Kane advanced, typical, and then you saw the Viking Raiders.
Yeah, I'll say. That is a random ass team that there was no storyline built to where it's like, by the way, Kane and Randy all together. Like that, that was blatantly just to do the storyline, which is fair enough. But it also is kind of random. Like Kane and Finn Balor makes way more sense. So we got there in the end, but like, why the fuck would Kane and Randy Orton team up?
It was just.
I guess you could just say they were just put together. It's like those old,
it's like a random lottery,
battle bowl or whatever it was. Like
that's what happened. That's what unfortunately happened. Oh boy, did it backfire on me. In cases though, in the semi-finals or round 2, as Carl likes to say, it was absolutely clustery as hell. We saw Rey Mysterio and Ricochet advance against Kane and Rey Mysterio, although Damien Priest came back, distracted Kane, and we saw the unthinkable happen, and then Kane got his big red ass handed to him, literally obliterated, you could say. And then we would get the answers in week 3. As you could tell, Orton had no intention of ever being with Kane. It was all a plot set up, just to screw him over. And then the next match we saw was Viking Raiders advanced against Keith Lee and Dominik Dijakovic, which was an impressive powerhouse match. But in the end, of all people, the Viking Raiders beat Keith Lee and Dijakovic, and they're in the finals. What did you guys think of that matchup anyway? Specifically with two NXT originals.
Yeah, good hard-hitting match. Maybe we'd like to see a little bit more of this, Keith Lee and Dijakovic team. But, also very happy for the Viking Raiders as well.
What about you, Carl? What was your thoughts on that match alone?
I think they were all pretty damn good tag matches. I will say, I do think that, this is kind of about the pay-per-view more than anything. I do think you should have had at least one of your titles decided on the pay-per-view. It feels a little anticlimactic to crown them on the TV and then do like a title thing on the pay-per-view. Like, I do think the finale for this would have been better on the pay-per-view, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, we were thinking of that, but we thought, no, we need to make a weekly TV event, make history, new champions need to be crowned on. Made sense for the fans. And speaking of titles, we even got ourselves our first women's champion in a ladder match, and all 6 women were throwing caution to the wind, but Sasha Banks was breaking the rules, possibly making a heel turn, I guess, because she was using more than just ladders. She was using kendo sticks, steel chairs. She was literally just doing whatever she needed to. But in the end, Mandy Rose nearly got it. Alila nearly got it. Ember Moon nearly got it as well, but in the end of all of them, Bayley of all people shocked the world, and she's the first champion. And let's just say she hasn't followed up as a very honourable champion since then. I'll explain that in the pay-per-view rundown. Jesus Christ, of all people, she's the first champion and shocked everybody because she basically wasn't no one's pick to win.
Right, we haven't really seen a lot of her. Kind of a wild match, but that's the way these matches go. Sometimes you get an unexpected winner. But Bayley's a fine first champion. She has enough of a name. I do think like maybe her first pay-per-view should have been against Sasha or Ember or somebody, or even Mandy, somebody you've been featuring, and her first pay-per-view just kind of feels like you're feeding somebody to her. So that would be.
Oh, Alila kind of you'll hear in the pay-per-view upbringing when I do like the when we get there. I'll explain as it all plays out. What did you think, Carl? What did you think of the ladder match?
I think it's exactly like my ladder match. Not only in terms of doing it and just how the match was, but also the fact that obviously you doing this kind of match, you can't really choose a winner. You have to just kind of go with the result, and not quite as random as Penelope Ford, but the same result. and I do wonder if you're going to book Bayley strong now, because considering she lost to Mandy Rose a week ago, or whether you're going to Penelope Ford her and just drop the belt to somebody you actually want to be champion.
I'll think about, unlike your show though, unlike your event, there was no women going off the ladders and going over the top rope to the floor like.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, that's true.
At least some health and safety spots were taken, I guess.
Yeah, your health and safety people were like, no, we're not doing it.
They would have wanted to, but we're in a small area, so no diving spots, no. If we were in a big area, we would have had it, but no. I was like, I need to keep my women division intact for the time being instead of killing them off. In any case, moving on to that afterwards, in the main event on Hot Wide, Undertaker and Balor put on a special classic. The crowd was split between the two. Balor played a bit of a mind trick on Undertaker, which really did not go well with him. He was like, no, I'm the one who plays the mind games here, not you. But, Balor kicked out of the choke slam. He was picking the pace up. And Taker nearly lost the title on the first attempt. And after that third coup de grace attempt, and he got him. But he somehow came back, overcame Balor, and retained his title in an epic match, which May thought was the match of the entire night. So Taker retained. What did you guys think of the match itself?
Yeah, I thought a very good match. Honestly, I think this should have been the pay-per-view match. Maybe do a little role reversal with what actually is the pay-per-view match. I just think it kind of has that built-in, build to it, so to speak, but still a very good match. For TV, which generally in the traditional sense, does not get pay-per-view quality matches. A very good match here.
Well, and
Yeah, I agree with JJ. I think Finn and Taker had more of a build-up, so that maybe would have got you more tickets. But Andre and Taker is obviously a bigger match to sell. We just, in terms of what we saw on the actual build-up, this match was much more built up, and it was a really good match. It paid off to the hype. Incredibly for the game, it was very sort of logically booked. Taker got the tombstone once with the lace with the rope. Finn went for the coup de rate, counted it twice, finally hit it, 2 count, kick out, boom, tombstone middle ring, 1, 2, 3. Made perfect sense to take a retain, and
Right.
really good match.
And
yeah, basically,
Balor looked great. He took the fight
Yeah.
to the guy. Undertaker's the guy.
that was the story. And guys, that was the story in the entire match. Balor literally looked good in this match, and I think Taker did a hell of a good job as a fighting champ. So both guys got each other over. So that's good booking, and I think Taker liked it that way. Even Balor appreciated it as well. That goes to show you who I'm booking, who knows, who have even Taker said in that promo, Balor says he has potential, and maybe someday in the future Balor will become a champion. It all depends when Taker's ready to drop the title. That's just how it is with him. And as for week 2 afterwards, I've done the other parts, but we also got to where Undertaker had another title defense, shockingly enough, against a much younger talent in Braun Breaker. The first time two champions meet up, and Braun Breaker literally surprised Taker with that basic belly over the top rope, and he was literally showing Taker he could hang with him power for power. Because of him being a younger talent and inexperienced, and of course him being a bit of a hothead, Undertaker capitalized on it, and he showed that Braun's good, but he's got a long way to go. But in his mind, he could be a worthy heavyweight champion in the future, just like Balor. But the story going into this, Undertaker, got Breaker to look very good and strong, but he capitalized and secured another title victory in 2 weeks, and thus, happened afterwards, he would be ready to face another challenger, but it turned out to be one he had never faced. The biggest at this point is Andre the Giant, and as you saw backstage, we all saw his true intentions. He clobbered Taker and left him to, not to Ross, but he literally just battered Taker to the point where he wants that world title no matter what the cost. And just to put your thoughts on that, JJ, I'll start off with you. What did you think of the match, and of course the Andre contendership, and of course the true colors of the Giant leaving out the Undertaker backstage?
Well, great way to put Braun over, even in a loss. Again, like, it's the Undertaker, put the fight to him. So actually, like, you can nitpick and say, oh, why is the champion losing? I think for this one time, against the Undertaker, I don't think it's gonna hurt him. And yeah, Andre the Giant attacking the Undertaker, that is no pun intended, that's a big ass match. That is two giants, two pillars of the former WWF, so to speak. A dream match that we were never able to get in this universe. We can get it here. And Andre very clearly the heel here, which is the right call.
Yeah, just to let you guys know as well, despite Braun Breaker lost, he actually fought like a real champion, which was another thing in the storyline going, and Taker, defending like a real champ. So it was kind of both guys again getting each other over, and the crowd really accepted it. Again, in my company, I'm getting the younger talent over. Even in defeat, they're still over with the audience, and they look good. And that's basically what Taker's doing as well. Carl, what was your thoughts on this whole thing anyway?
Andre is a good challenger for Taker. I was like, wait, you've done this build up to fit Balor, like, what are you going to follow up with? Andre turning heel on Taker, that is a big match. It's a good match. It's a marketable match. It's got that intrigue of the two backstage guys that were, he was what Taker was before Taker was there. The match never happened. It's kind of a dream match. Makes perfect sense. And everybody's in the right positions. Andre is a heel, Taker is a face. Hopefully it's better than him and Gonzalez.
That's technically the idea. Yeah, the WrestleMania match we never got, as many people will tell you. Of course, what do you think about the match with Braun Breaker and Taker, despite the fact, the inexperience in Braun, despite he was a champion, he lost like a champ, and yet Taker still retained, and still got Braun over as a big, strong dude who could have potential to be a world champion in the future. What was your thoughts on that one?
What? Wait, which promo is this? Sorry.
The match between Taker and Braun Breaker when it was champion versus
Okay.
champion. Taker's second title defense.
It was a good match. It was just a bit. I do think Braun looked really good in it. It was just a bit weird that the only time we saw your secondary champion was losing to your top tier champion. Isn't great for that, but
should have had a promo or something.
Or had Braun defend his title or something. But I feel like there's other guys in your roster that are big names that aren't really doing anything that could have taken this loss instead of him. But the match was good.
Basically, what you didn't hear is that Braun was given the opportunity because of his performance, and he wasn't on the, he really wanted it, and, to get a taste of what it would be like to be in the ring, not just with Taker, but to try and have a taste of world gold.
I get it, because, there's only so much time you have on these recap shows, and you had so much to do with the Taker and Kane storyline that a lot of other stuff had to get cut, so.
Yeah, but it's just that the fact is that Braun tried to be a double champion, again, trying to make history, but it didn't work out. Maybe it could work for somebody else, who knows. But either way, after that, Braun Breaker definitely bounced back in the other couple of weeks. So again, that loss just further motivated him to be a kick-ass TV champion. So again, it can work. As we go into week in the build-ups after that, Triple H came out and damn did he cut a scathing promo. He literally went into ultra shoot Triple H mode, and I'm just going to let you guys give your opinions because what can I say? It was Triple H. He blurred out his opinions about everything about the WWF. He was done. He was since he hung his boots up at WrestleMania last year, that was his way of going out, and he's found a new place. He gives his reasons why he attacked Samoa Joe, but he has stated that he's back as the game that we all knew and loved. He's no longer this best for business guy. He's not the corporate Triple H anymore. No. It's flushed down the toilet. He's done with Stephanie. He's done with Vince McMahon, who he thought was a reincarnation of Walt Disney. And he's done with Shane. The whole 9 yards. This is back to Triple H before he even became a McMahon-Helmsley bloke. So, again, old school Triple H, but 10 times better. Even using an unused theme that he never used. And, he lays out the challenge for Joe, but he says to Joe, you don't have to look too far to find me, because he was sitting waiting for him. And as you could tell in the recap, he's going to have it at United Nations. So, I
think this is definitely the promo of the night, maybe even the segment of the night. Triple H just going off on everyone, and again, it's a good explanation for why he's not in WWF, why he's not the best for business, corporate Triple H, which is probably how I was going to use him. So, a good explanation for why he is a prick again and acting like it's 2002. And he's back. He's healthy in this universe. He's back to peak shape. And he's so sick of WWF, and he's so sick of WWA already, even though he's only been in there for 2 seconds, that he's going to try to ruin everything. I like it.
Basically, he said he's found a place where he can lace his boots up and find the passion, so he's happy about that. But like I said before, he was just shooting on WWF at this point. But at least he's found somewhere where he can be who he was beforehand in a way. So you can see the frustration that he had. And of course, his contract wasn't even activated until then, so that's why we didn't see him. Not to mention, Triple H is kind of not 2002 Triple H. He's more like 1999 to 2000 to 2001 in a way.
Right, okay. I will say that this was my favourite promo of the night. I think it was really good. You did a good job as Triple H. I love that his thing was, okay, I'm dumping Stephanie, I'm leaving you and my family. Like, oh, okay. But he goes on to be like, what everybody thinks about Triple H, the backstage Triple H. I'm here to bury all the young talent.
He just straight up said, "I'm going to bury everybody." That's
why I turned on Samoa Joe. That's why I attacked him, because he's weak and he's stupid. And he didn't appreciate what I did for him in NXT, and fuck him. So
that's all right.
He didn't attack Taker because he respects Taker because he's a veteran, but Samoa Joe is also a veteran, but younger than him, so screw him, So yeah, he's here to hold everybody down and take all the glory for himself. Makes perfect sense.
In a way, Triple H was like, he wasn't going to bury people like he did when he was the CNO corporate version. No, he's going to do it like how he should have do it in the ring, professionally, not backstage politicking. He's doing it like pro Triple H that we knew and liked. You know, he's now become quote unquote the ultimate bad guy, along with Priest and Andre, I guess at this point, along with Orton. But you could tell Triple H has found his passion. He's back to as he is. But yeah, he's definitely going to let the talent know you play it straight when you're in the ring with him. You know, because that ring isn't just his, home, it's his game. That's where you need to step your A game when you face the cerebral assassin. And after week 3 passed on, we actually got to see, the answers that we got, why Randy Orton turned on Kane because he's a mask freak. He thinks he's weak because he hides behind a mask, and that he's going to, embarrass all of his quote-unquote Canaanites, which are his fans. And Pete Dunne laid it straight, that he once idolized him, and he was seeing it as an opportunity to take advantage of, and that he's so hell-bent to live forever. Quote-unquote, the flames of infamy will burn within him. And of course, Randy Orton says he will kill the flames with Priest's assistance on Kane at United Nations. But little did they realise that Kane's found somebody who has actually, quote-unquote, volunteered to even the odds with him, because we all know what happened with Balor and Priest in the pilot show, so it makes perfect sense for them to finish off what they started a few months back. As you could tell, Kane didn't show up because, he wasn't actually booked on the show. He had to recover from the beatdown he had. Little did Priest and Orton know that they've woken the real big red machine up, as we would find out on week 4. But guys, what did you think of the promo? JJ, I'll start off with you first.
So, good stuff. I kind of like this Priest and Orton alliance. It's kind of out there, but this is a fantasy world. We only have so many guys, and you kind of need to be out there sometimes. So good promos from these guys. Makes sense, and Damian Priest wants to live forever, and taking out Kane is one way to do it.
Yep, Carl, what did you think about this whole promo? What did these two guys, had when they cut on Kane? Really, really mocking him for his mask. They, mocking that he's scared of fire and thinking he's going to let his Canaanites down. Mocking with the crowd as well. So that kind of sliced things up a little bit too.
Yeah, the turn made sense. I like that Orton said, "I did it because you left me high." It wasn't like, "Oh, we planned this all along," like a Vince Russo type thing. It was, "Oh, we got put together by the bookers, and then you were a bad tag team partner, so I joined Damian Priest." They make way more sense as a team. Finn Balor and Kane make way more sense as a team, so we got to a good place. I enjoyed the promo. They both seem very in character. Nate did a good job as Orton. It was a good heel promo, and I enjoyed this alliance.
Just to let you guys know, Finn Balor, even though we didn't see it, he actually came out and he gave his reasons, and that's why we would see next week why he would team up with Undertaker, because in a off-screen shot, Taker volunteered to step up with Balor to take it up. The voluntary main event for next week to get payback for Kane, although Taker wasn't involved in it. But it's what Balor was saying off camera on the mic, which we couldn't slice in. So that's the reason why, quote unquote, Balor's thrown himself into the mix. But as we learn from then onwards, we get to see the crowning of our first tag team champions in the Viking Raiders and Rey Mysterio and Ricochet. This was good. A classic David versus Goliath tag match. Speed and strength, high flying, and you could tell these guys told a good story, and they worked so well together. They really brought a tag team match that mattered a lot. And of course, Viking Raiders did what they could. They were showing them who was boss. At the same time, Mysterio and Ricochet didn't give up. They had the heart and soul of the young lions within them. And by hook or by crook, somehow through hell high water, Mysterio and Ricochet overcame every tag team odds, and they have made the shocker of the night, becoming the first ever men to hold the tag team titles, and thus are staying on top of the tag team division. They're no longer underdogs. They've become somewhat big dogs, and the WWA audience just embraced them. So, what did you guys think? Carl, I'll start with you with this one.
Yeah. Again, good stuff. No complaints. I think both guys came across well.
JJ, what did you think about this incredible crowning of tag champions?
Makes sense. They've been a good team, since your first show, and they've basically been intertwined in some way, shape, or form for this whole time. And then their styles make sense. The team, they are two of your biggest names, or at least Rey Mysterio is probably one of your biggest draws. So it gives them something to do. Makes sense. And so far, they seem to be a good team.
Indeed. And then we got
that match was great. Yeah, there's so many good spots. That Ray and Ricochet worked really well together as a tag team.
Finally have gained some experience over time, and you saw what the Viking Raiders were doing. They were doing everything that they could, regardless. In many cases, we got the promo after that where Undertaker was an absolutely enraged Undertaker, like a side of him that we don't normally see of him. And he literally cut into Andre that he will not forgive him for the sin he committed. And unlike the last two challengers who fought him for the title, he's going to give Andre like a slow, painful, and more agonizing defeat. Like, he wants Andre to pay for what he did. He hoped he would step up and accept the code of honor, a real man to challenge him, to make him like a fighting champ. But Andre threw that out the way. He broke the code of honor as a challenger. And as you can tell, he has high intentions of taking that title away from him. Undertaker is hell-bent on not letting it happen. Plus, he even explains that he always wanted to fight Andre, but not this way as it turned out. So you can definitely see there's a big storyline going on, and Taker has something to prove and to fight for. So what did you guys think of this kind of more deeper, angry Undertaker promo that he literally laid on?
I like the promo. The Undertaker promo was typically Undertaker. The only weird part was him going, "Andre, you'll die," and it's like, ooh. But yeah, although for an Undertaker promo, cool.
Yeah, he went a bit super dark there. Like,
I just mean because, like you said about Andre, you'll die eventually. It's like he did in '93.
Yeah, you died before. You died before, and you'll die this time by my hands.
But it makes sense. Normally, we've seen in the past, he's very kind of respectful. He's very much, I'm the Undertaker, but he's very respectful and gracious, for lack of a better term. And here, well, he's pissed off because he got beat up in the back, sneak attacked from behind. So he would be pissed off. So a different Undertaker, a very angry Undertaker, which was needed for this match. As much as it is a dream match, so to speak, it does need a little bit of a build, and this was neat.
I would have liked to have heard from Andre. I would have liked to hear your Andre impression.
Actually, you will get that. Actually, Andre will explain it on the pay-per-view as well. Although he did actually lay it out on week 4, but we couldn't get it in because we had to slice that out. But he will give his intentions, on the pay-per-view, as well as Undertaker will give him the final, whatever it is he's going to say, which will be very good. Trust me, they'll have some words to say about it. But either ways, after that, we then jump over to the final build-up, the only match we could get on week 4, which was the main event. Finn Balor, challenged Damian Priest and Randy Orton. At first, it was going to be a handicap match, but Undertaker, being Undertaker, decided to volunteer and step up, not because he wasn't going to do it for his brother, but he wanted to, back up Finn Balor to kind of even the odds for him. And as we saw, he debuted the black and grey attire. Fight pretty well, and just when you think it's all gonna go like a simple build-up and send the fans home happy for the build-up, Andre came out, the match was thrown out, so basically nobody won. It was a non-contest, and as you could tell, he was helping Orton and Priest, and Taker was taking a bit of a beating. Balor was literally getting clobbered. And then of all people, Undertaker's first early manager, Brother Love, appeared and literally threw us a curveball, and that curveball was the return of Kane. You could tell by the theme song as well. Real Big Red Machine had finally come back, and he literally just took out everybody. He chokeslams Randy Orton on the rampway, and he goes after Priest, and then, Priest avoids him in the end, but he still got a few blows in. But then he kind of randomly turns on Andre and just batters him, and then unthinkable shock of the whole night is they literally chokeslammed the 525-pound giant, and the crowd were left in awe. Even Undertaker couldn't believe it. Kane sets the pyro alight, with Brother Love at his side of all people. Hellfire and Brimstone has been completely unleashed in the World Wrestling Alliance, and that's the final build-up to United Nations. So, what did you guys think? I'll start with you on this one.
Classic Kane booking from especially the Attitude Era, where He's been beaten down by somebody. A couple of weeks later, boom, fire. He comes out. Very much reminds me of the Paul Bearer comeback in 2000. Kane and Brother Love. That's an interesting pairing. An interesting pairing, to say the least. We'll see where that goes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of my thoughts too. Is a very weird pairing. We'll see if you can make it work. Very much off the wall.
I mean, there is a connection there in that.
Yeah, there is. But it's very,
Bruce Pritchard had a big hand in creating Kane.
Yeah, so kind of a, and Brother Love was Undertaker's original manager, so maybe there's something there. Maybe there's some tensions. Maybe they're on the same side. But that's that's the fun of the fantasy, right? We could do off the wall stuff that makes us go, what the fuck? But who knows? It might work.
As you did see, Kane went into full blast monster mode, and as you guys saw, even JJ, you were shocked. Kane did something that no one could do. He literally chokeslammed Andre, which was the shocker of the whole build-up. I would like you to get your thoughts on that as well. Did you ever think that would ever happen?
No, but it can in this game. No. So.
And you were shocked of all as well, JJ. You didn't know that was going to.
No,
I didn't know either. Kane kind of went a little off script there, but hey, it set the fans home happy. So, with that build-up out the way, time for predictions. So, let me just get the match qualities up, and I'll start with you. Indeed, here we go. In the list of order, the tag team titles, it's going to be Ricochet and Mysterio defending their belts for the first time against Heavy Machinery. Can the underdogs continue to be the top dogs of the tag team division, defeating the big guys, so to speak, or will the titles change hands to Heavy Machinery? JJ, I'm going to start with you.
I think they just won the belts. They're, I don't want to say the only team, but they're the only team in this match that really has like momentum. So I think Ricochet and Ray retain the belts.
I think this is a bit of a dud match. I think the title match would have made more sense. Like, I crown my champions on TV, but it was to build up to the bigger rematch of the storyline thing on the pay-per-view. Whereas this is just kind of a very predictable dud match because the Heavy Machinery have been just absolutely nothing but squashed. They've lost every match they've been in. They lost the opening round of this tournament. There's no way they're going to win this match. So it's very predictable that Ray and Ricochet retain for me.
Although you might think about it, what if Ricochet and Mysterio perhaps might make them look good, like they're capable? That's the thing.
No, they will, but I just think it's a very predictable match.
I think even a rematch of the finals probably would have been a better.
Oh, well, you never.
Maybe that's a personal opinion, but
we might get that as we'll get to later on.
We've got better tag matches on the card. So.
Yeah. In any cases, the next match will be for the women's title division, which will be Bayley against Delilah. And just
Aaliyah.
Okay, there we go. I was botching his words again. In any cases, will the title change hands with this? Because Bayley at this point has actually been defending her title lately, but she has not been defending it like a clean champion. She got herself disqualified the first time legitimately. Then second time she retained under controversial circumstances because the referee threw the match out the window because she almost crippled Sasha Banks for it. That's when Lily stepped up and issued the challenge, and because she told Bayley that she's gonna defend the honor of the women's division and try and be the next champion, and of course Bayley would welcome it. So what do you guys think? Will we see a potential new champion crowned, or is Bayley going to retain like she has done under the dirty circumstances?
I think Bayley probably retains here. Kind of odd. We went from Sasha was being built up to Ember was being built up the last couple of pay-per-views, and now they're kind of nowhere to be seen. I think this probably should have been at least a triple threat or get them on the card somehow, because you have a women's title match and that's great, but we haven't seen outside of
there's no
bit of Bayley and a little bit of Aaliyah, we haven't seen them. I think that this should either be Sasha and Ember for the belt, or one of them challenging for the belt, or some combination of that. But either way, I think Bayley retains here, and I think eventually we do get maybe Bayley Sasha again, or Bayley Ember, or some variation of that.
Yeah, it's a bit of a cold match. If you put them against one of your bigger names, I do think that it would have been just like what I did, where it was like, oh, more quickly switching the belt to the person I wanted to be champion. By the fact you've put a layer in there whose name you don't even know how to pronounce, to me that says that she is Bayley's first fed person, which is good for Bayley that she's getting booked as a strong champion before going up against the bigger names that you built up down the road. I think this, at least the early half of this card, is more a stepping stone to bigger things. This is a kind of in your house style booking, at least for the early half of this card.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. It's just like I said, I really need to get some of the talent over, and of course the women.
No, it makes sense. It's a good stepping stone. Absolutely,
we'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
But eventually, when we get to the draft, I'll get some more to get my division building up. I definitely have intentions on that.
Oh, you've got good women. You've got to use them.
You know, I'm just saying, if I need to build it up a bit, I need to get more than just keeping 6. I need to get more. Anyways, speaking of wanting more and big things, we get to our third match on the card, the final encounter with Lesnar and Cross. First time ever in WWA history, a steel cage. It's going to be epic, bloody, and this is like basically Brock's territory and basically Karrion as well. But, what do you guys think? Who's going to have this one? Do you think Karrion Kross will finally break the undefeated streak of Brock Lesnar, or is Lesnar going to remain unbeaten? Give me your thoughts.
I think Lesnar's got it. He's just too big of a name. You've got prime Brock that is just a freakish, once in a lifetime athlete. I think he's gonna be maybe not next in line, but eventually be your champion going forward.
I think due to the fact of how he was crushed at the last pay-per-view, if Karrion Kross does not win this match, he's kind of he's done.
Right.
Like,
I would say that to piggyback back off of that, I would say that for 2 of the matches between this and Priest, I think if they don't win here, it's kind of like,
like these guys, they need to eventually win. Like they've been utilized well, and the storyline's been good, but they've got to get a big win eventually. If you want the right result here, if you want to make Priest get over, Priest should win this match. That's not what I'm not predicting. I'm predicting you're going to have Brock win, but because he's challenged a cage fighter to a cage match. But I do think that if Karrion Kross loses this match, he's dead in the water. He needs to win this match. It will make him a megastar if he wins this match. He will become a main eventer. If he loses this match, he's done. He may as well leave WWE.
You never know. If it gets too bad in the match, the referee could stop the match, and if Brock gets injured too much, after all, that sneak attack did do some damage on him. So think about it.
He's going to stop a cage match. What the fuck is this? The Hell in a Cell with the.
If it gets too bloody, I guess
you can't stop a cage match.
If Brock gets too hurt or whatever the case may be, you never know. Health and safety.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, because I got to
you wait till if our show change over to that. AEW game that comes out, I'm having glass tubes in my matches.
I know, right? I know. Nobody's stopping those matches.
How are you going to create your talent in that new game when it comes out? Oh my
god, that's
the
question. Now we'll see how it goes. Yeah,
but that's what I had intentions as well. But I'm not. But I'm still in the early stages of mine, so I'm not going to go too extreme until later down the road. Okay. So match number 4. This is the as JJ said, what the F card. This is a 4 tornado tag team #1 contenders match for the tag team titles. It's Martin Stone and Doug Williams who are going to try and rebound again, taking on Cesaro and Sheamus, the bar reunion for this match, taking on the Viking Raiders who lost in the tag team title finals, who want to get that shot at the title so badly because they really want it. They can taste the gold. Taking on Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan, the ultimate Hulkamaniac One Warrior Nation combined, I guess.
Oh man, you gotta call them the Ultimate Hulkamaniacs.
That's the word, yeah. Hulkamania and the One Warrior Nation combined as the ultimate.
The Ultimate Hulkamaniacs. That's a good team name. Yeah,
that's the name I was looking for. But yeah, this is going to be Warrior's only second ever match because again he's been training hard to get back into shape. Finally, he'll get a big break after he won in the pilot match on Hot Wired.
Finally, yeah.
Yeah. He's been given the clear head, okay, and Hulk Hogan made an impressive impact and European Uprising, so it only seems fitting that he gets the green light to join the party as well. So, who do you think out of this crazy Tornado the 4 corners tag match for the who's going to become the #1 contenders to fight either Ricochet and Mysterio or Heavy Machinery, regardless of the outcome? Place your bets.
Just for the sheer chaos of it, I don't think they're actually going to win, but I really kind of want Hogan and Warrior to win just for the sheer insanity of it.
If this was not relying on the game engine, there is absolutely no way in hell that Warrior and Hogan are losing this match. I know they can't be. It's a 4-4 way, so we can get away with them.
They're definitely not eating the pin.
No, there is absolutely no way they would not win this match if this was real. But because it's in the game and because we're at the mercy of the random with this many people, it could go any way. But I'm going to go with the new I like the Ultimate Hulkamaniacs. That's a good team. It would be a good, strong team for your tag division. It's something for Warrior and Hogan to do, which they've not had up until this point. So I would like them to be a tag team because it's something new and different. It is a random tag team, but I like them as a tag team, and I hope they win this match. I will say that it's another match idea that I did that you're doing. I would, if I was you, try and do some other different stuff so you don't just look like you're imitating.
It's just that your match is definitely
because otherwise I'll have MJF call it out in a promo. Do you know what I mean?
Oh Jesus! well, in a way, funnily enough, it's kind of like WWA and AWR kind of saying who can outdo the other. If you can do it better, I can be just as good, or if I can do the same, it's like game of one-upsmanship. Which makes
I think it's better to have your own niche and do your own thing.
Yeah.
But
I'm just experimenting with this.
Hogan and Warrior win this match definitely.
Yeah, I definitely will tell them you're gonna have to sell to make these guys look good. I mean, the other tag team, so there's no selling. You're definitely
you could tell them all right.
Don't worry, they'll listen. Hogan knows he's got.
Because it's in a game, they'll listen. Yeah.
Yeah, Warrior's gonna sell good. Hogan doesn't have his contract clause because I'm giving the shots around here. It'll work for him if it works for.
You got Undertaker and Kane sucking your dick. So.
Oh Jesus Christ! No.
Anyway. I don't mean literally. I mean on the mic. Carry on with the prediction.
Jesus Christ, God! You know how to make me giggle, man, with your jokes. Jesus, but wow, I'll suck up to that. In any cases, going on to another intriguing match that could have made it in NXT, we have two originals: Keith Lee, the challenger on Braun Breaker's TV title. How did this come about? You may be asking. Well, after the Dijakovic and Keith lost in the match, in the tournament, apparently, Keith decided to break out and he won a #1 contenders match on week 3. And after that, he and Braun Breaker kind of went to a friendly rivalry and Keith Lee won another match to get more momentum. And while Braun Breaker's been defending his title recently, very cleanly, mind you, and on Wrestle Pride, the 3 days before that, Braun Breaker was doing commentary. First time ever, while Keith Lee had a match against anybody I did it from the random generator. He got over, telling Braun that he will become a limitless TV champ, the second man to hold the gold. Braun Breaker's got a strategy going into this, but this will definitely have potential to perhaps steal the show, given how good Keith Lee's charisma is and how good Braun Breaker's got a strategy to live up to a legacy of the Steiner brothers. So both these men have something to prove, both young, upcoming, and with the title in the mix, it'll definitely tell an intriguing story. So, AJ, I'll start with you. Who do you think is going to win? Will the title change hands, or is Braun going to retain?
A very intriguing match. It'll be a very good match, obviously. I don't know. Braun just won it, so that feels like he'll probably retain. But I could see Keith Lee walking out as champion, and maybe Keith Lee is the guy that has a long reign that makes that belt, so to speak.
This is actually Braun Breaker's third title defense because in the last 2 weeks after that, he definitely proved that he is a fighting champion. I'm telling you. And if you want a worthy competition, look no further than Keith Lee. What do you think, Carl? Do you think we have a potential title change, or do you think Braun's somehow going to get over?
This is a good match. I think this is a good title defense for Braun Breaker, and I think Keith Lee is a good, strong opponent for him. but I do think that Braun retains. I don't think you're taking the belt off him quite yet.
Well, think about it. Keith Lee, he's got the agility, but he's got the power thing to equal up with Braun. So that will definitely be an intriguing story. Again, the young talent's getting over, and of course, the title will mean something, like the traditional wrestling style. But I have potential.
I love that the TV title was not defended on television.
Was
anyway.
Actually, in the weeks too that you didn't see, cut it was.
Okay, fair. It was defended. We just didn't see it. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, and Braun definitely won cleanly. He's definitely shown that he is a true champion. Definitely.
Yes. Yep.
Any cases, the other match on the card. Oh boy, this will not be a just can type of style. It will be a bullshit ugly. It's going to be Triple H's debut match on pay-per-view. And the returning Samoa Joe, who 3 days prior on Wrestle Pride choked out Triple H to know that he's back and he's coming for the game. This will not end pretty. It's going to be wild and, if not brutal, because Joe has not fully recovered from his injury, so he's at a disadvantage, but he has intentions of getting revenge on Triple H. Guys, lay your bets on who you think is going to go over in this match.
I think your ultimate burial, everything we think of Triple H character is gonna be the hottest heel on your program. So I think he's gonna go through a long streak of quote unquote burying the young talent, and eventually at some point some young talent is gonna be the guy to get over on Triple H, so to speak. But for now, I think the Triple H character is your hottest character, your hottest heel. It won't be clean, certainly, but I think he gets the win here over Joe.
Mm-hmm.
The Triple H using Triple H's real life reputation as a character is fantastic. It's the best original idea you've had for this for a character for this promotion, and I don't think having him lose here, like as much as I want Samoa Joe to win, it gets Triple H all the heat in the world if he wins. So I think Triple H is going to win because I think he is going to be your top heel.
Indeed, you never know what might happen. Again, if Triple H is
unless you're planning to trade him back to JJ in January, but
I don't know. It depends on what Triple H thinks of this company at this point. Not to mention, if he's thinking about using his sledgehammer again, let's just say in the World Wrestling Alliance, that's very strict. Yeah, I'm laying the laws down on this one. I'm the one who's doing best for business, well, quote unquote for business, but not how he thinks. But anyways, he's got his passion back. Joe's perfect for him to face. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a stiff, brutal affair, especially with Joe going revenge on his mind. The next one is going to be perhaps the most bloodsheddest match ever. If you think Brock Lesnar and Kevin Cross's cage match is going to be a war made in hell, this matchup, a Hell in a Cell tornado tag, Damian Priest and Randy Orton taking on Kane and Finn Balor. Even though Brother Love is going to be at ringside, unfortunately he will be barred from it because for his own safety. Even though it's basically between Kane and Damian Priest, Orton and Balor are somewhat in the background involved in all of this, but again, this is not going to be for the weak in heart. It's not going to be, for everybody in this one. It's going to be a clash made in hell. Will these two men get over? Will Kane finally put the final burning chapter on Priest, or is Priest somehow going to shock the system with Randy Orton defeating Kane and Balor in this one? Especially in a match he's never competed in. So, give me your thoughts, Carl.
I want to know how you paid the WWF to get the name Hell in a Cell. Since that's a WWE trademark, and the actual structure is a WWE copyright. But okay, it's a fantasy. You can use Hell in a Cell. Great match. Has had the best build up of all the matches on the card. I like the team of as much as I like Orton and Priest, I like the team of Balor and Kane. They look good together as a team with the black and red. I think that they're a good tag team. I think they'll be a great thing going forward. So I do think that they win here.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be something. JJ, what do you think?
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. I could see really both of these teams being teams for a while, and maybe we see a rematch down the road for the tag team championships at some point. I could see them both being, because your tag team division I think needs some strong teams, and you have two strong teams right now. With that being said, I think Damian Priest really needs this victory. this has been building since the first show, as far as even getting Orton and Finn involved. But I just think Damian Priest is another one of your hot heels who's young and on the rise, and I don't think you should kill his momentum just yet. I think he needs a strong victory here.
It all depends on what's going to happen, because this will be an unpredictable match. Like I said, this is a match made in hell, and hell it will be, within the cell confined.
Right.
And speaking of a match made in hell that many people have been waiting for, the main event. Andre the Giant, the third man to challenge The Undertaker for the World Heavyweight title. And well, Undertaker's defending the gold again, but this is something he's never had before. Will this Titanic match made in hell become an absolute nightmare for one of these two? Will Undertaker somehow find a way to keep the gold and remain unbeaten, keeping his undefeated streak intact, keep in mind? Or will Andre the Giant create the biggest shocker and become the second man to hold the title, at the same time breaking the undefeated streak of The Undertaker and basically becoming the biggest champion of all time? I'm telling you, this is, even I can't even predict the outcome, but this is the dream.
Well, I mean, you can. You booked it. You need to make the app. You can predict it because you booked it.
But even I, as a booker, can't even predict the outcome. But these two men are going to do.
Well, I hope you can, because you've got to tell them who wins. But
as a fan, I don't know.
I think that this is the Andre Hogan thing. I think Andre is a good challenger for Taker. The heel turn is a good story, but Taker ultimately wins. I don't think he's going to be tombstoning Andre. I'll be very shocked if he could pull that off. But in terms of the actual match itself, I do think the Taker wins. But I do think it'll be a struggle.
Yeah, it'll be definitely an uphill battle, as Macho Man once said. But yeah, it's going to be... Undertaker's definitely going to be like somewhat of an underdog in this match. And how very often do we see that of him? Very rare. JJ, it down. What do you think of the outcome?
I think I've got to agree. I don't see Andre being your champion, but it's a very good challenge for The Undertaker. It's really the one guy that, obviously they never fought in real life, but it's the one guy he's never beaten or never even shared the ring with. That is a legend. So it'll be I don't know about a fantastic match, but it'll be a spectacle, right? It'll be a great visual, a great spectacle, two legends facing off. But I think Taker gets the job done.
Dave Meltzer won't love it, though. -4 stars.
Screw Dave Meltzer. He's unwelcome in the WWA. The fans can tell whether they loved it or not. It's up to them. They're the judges of match quality, okay? Jesus Christ. Dave Meltzer in this. No Vince Russo and no Bloody Jim Cornette and no McMahon to screw my promotion. This is my universe. God damn it.
Man, have you drafted Vince as a heel?
I have. Jesus Christ. I would like to, but holy crap, I don't want to, because if I did,
I might do it.
Oh no,
Carl absolutely would do it.
Oh man, if you were in my promotion, you probably would. But who knows? It depends on the draft spinning wheel, and that was another thing Triple H was shooting on as well.
Yeah,
he was blaming the draft. He was blaming the draft as well, for crying out loud. In any cases, that's the United Nations pay-per-view predictions all done. It's going to be a very intriguing and fun one when we put it all together, Carl. And you'll see who I have going over as I've written it down all prepared. Okay. Definitely, it'll be an intriguing night. So I look forward to it, and we've got your show to look forward to.
So the next show will be my pay-per-view, and then we'll do yours down the road, probably towards the end of June, and then after that, I'll be SummerSlam. So
yeah, it's definitely going to be an awesome next one.
Well, there'll probably be a build-up. There'll probably be a build-up show for SummerSlam first during this month, right?
Yeah.
And you guys, it's been really fun. It's been really fun, guys. I'm glad you liked the build-up, JJ. I'm glad you liked it as well, Carl.
Yeah. Our criticisms are not to be harsh. It's just to give you ideas to make it better. So, okay, everybody. With that said, thank you everybody for joining us, and we shall see you next time.
Take care, lads.